Hey, Smut, how's it going? Hey, morning, Aiden. All right, happy Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. My schedule is all messed up between traveling and I have off a few days from work. I don't know what day it is. Make sure my mic's on. Okay, yeah, mic is on. Sweet. All right, so I lost my streak because I was traveling. So I'm not going to worry about the dailies too much. It's interesting. My mic is definitely not on so that people can hear me. Interesting. But we are getting ready to wrap up Collector Week here soon. Wait a minute. It didn't wrap up today, right? No. We got one more week to go. Next week. So I got 1 week. So I've got like... I think I'm like at a 13 out of 14 on a bunch of cards and like different things. So I want to try to get a couple more sets before we wrap up. I didn't get to do as much collecting. Some other stuff came up between the traveling work and the new season for Diablo came out. So I've been playing that. And I've also been playing a lot of Rise of the Ronin. Hey, Mountain. How are you today? Let's see. Yes. So the bonuses last until June 3rd. I think I literally did one trader delivery this month. Morning, Gypsy. Ribbon mod that horse with a turd and a cow catcher before you get destroyed. It's so funny because I was just watching Swearin' a little bit and he was talking about how obviously like nobody really likes the season if you're a streamer, but they're trying to make the best of it. But he said worse than the cars are the bugs that he's encountering. So apparently there's this reload bug and I wonder if it's similar to what we were experiencing where we were trying to shoot from the car. And like I would shoot a couple bullets and my gun would almost like jam, like it wouldn't shoot anymore, and then it wouldn't reload either, which was very weird. I'm really hoping the audio bug is gone though, because audio bug is the worst. But he said the season feels very unpolished, like he's just running into bug after bug after bug. There's like been invisible cars, a whole bunch of stuff. So that's interesting because I don't feel like I've run into a ton of bugs other than not being able to fire my weapon, which is a pretty big bug when you're talking about cars trying to mow you down. Your only defense is to shoot them. I think I was watching JB a little bit too, and the bow thing seemed to be working really good against the cars. He was like getting really good aim toward him. He's like blowing up cars left and right. Morning, Cassie. How are you today? Okay, so just a couple things since we have a week left. Don't forget, if you haven't already logged in to pick up your free community outfit, make sure you do that. Because free clothes, you don't have to wear the whole outfit. Here it is. I'm pretty sure this is the whole thing. I don't think I changed anything. You can run around looking like Micah, but also if you get the free stuff, you can just... use individual pieces. The hat and the coat are really nice. I don't super love the coat because it makes the shoulders a little bit too broad. But the hat is a good one. And again, you get free stuff. My worst bug was an enemy wasn't spawning when I was doing all the steps. This was in Cyberpunk though. Cyberpunk, I had a lot of really bad bugs actually. Supposedly, since they had fixed everything, and I played later. I played recently, like last year. Supposedly a patch that they had put out had like reverted a bunch of fixes they had done. So I actually had like game breaking bugs. The very first, one of the first missions, I got stuck in the floor, or a guy got stuck in the floor and I couldn't get to him. I couldn't shoot him. I couldn't kill him. And like I had to restart the thing. And then it happened again later when I was doing missions with River. I was on top of the car. He was like out of the car driving, but like sitting, but like driving. And I had to like restart because the whole thing. So I kept getting bugs like that.
Don't come too close.
New Fortnite is bad. It is bad. Look.
Onions, it turns out. not a great.
I would say that, like, people are like, oh, if you just enjoy it for what it is, like, yes, it's crazy and it's not really Fortnite, but if you just enjoy it as a game mode that, like, you're not going to get to play again, you'll have fun. But the thing is that, like, I play Fortnite for a very specific reason, and it's not to Mad Max it around in cars. Like, I don't really like cars that much. And then Gypsy gets stuck driving because, like, he's our best driver. So he doesn't even get to shoot anything, you know, and I don't know. I, like, have a lot of other games. What am I hunting? A desert iguana? I don't even know where to go for that right now. Just right. Like, I don't have a spawn for that. Just ride around and hope we get one. I don't think I've ever gotten desert iguana before. All right, desert iguana, let's go. I got a Gila monster static spawn. I have to try to listen. So they're like, if you just enjoy it as like an LTM that you won't have again, like you'll have fun. And I was like, that's cool. They should have made it an LTM. Like, I play Fortnite to shoot guns. Like, it's the only shooter I play. And I can't really do that right now. So it's a bummer, but it's only 3 months. It is what it is. And that's a Gila. Yeah. Oh shit. Somebody got my iguana. This is the dumbest bug ever. Where is it? Rascaler? Damn it. If they pick this up, there's nothing I could do. I can try and get it and get back in time if they don't pick it up. Fortnite was one of the last playable battle royale. Now it's not. It's just, it's weird to me. The decisions this Epic is making right now, or are making right now, is just weird. If I see an iguana along the way, I'll shoot it and see if I get it switch over. But the paw print usually means that I have to get this one. But it doesn't say deliver. It still says hunt. So I don't know. Like, this would have been probably a very fun LTM for people. But like, to make the entire season about it, what they need to do is just balance the cars a little bit more and add some counterplay. Yeah, see, it won't let me, let me try to pick it up and see if it switches over. Nah, okay. There might not be a iguana over here, so I'm gonna ride up here, but there might not actually be an iguana here. And I know people are like, oh my gosh, this is the most fun the game has ever been. But it's like, it's not a shooting game anymore. So, like, it's great that you're having fun. That's cool. But it's okay that I'm not having fun too. Because it's not what I'm, like, want to get out of the game. It's not why I play the game. But it's fine, because I've got Rise of the Ronin right now. I've been putting a lot of hours into that. I got my Diablo character. I just got to 100, but I still can't finish the season because my character isn't great against single bosses. So I've got to, like, rework. I've got to do a bunch of nightmare dungeons and like increase my glyphs and everything. So we'll see. I got plenty to keep me busy. I'll hop in. I'll do the challenges. I'll play a match here or there. And I just had a class start too. So my next class just started. It's like Principles of Management or something like that. It looks awful, just like the last ones have been. All right. Ah, somebody skinned it. Fucking damn it. How much time do I have left? 7 minutes. All right, we're just gonna switch lobbies. That is the dumbest bug. Like, they need to fix that one. That one's annoying. So it's like Principles of Management. I read through the syllabus just briefly last night because it was already posted after midnight. I'm just like, I know I've only had one semester, but I'm just like so over school already. I'm so over doing this shit at my age for a degree that does not matter. It literally does not matter. Any job that I'm getting right now or could get with this degree, I can already do because the degree literally means nothing. I'm not trying to become a doctor. I'm not trying to do something specialized. I've literally helped run a business for over 16 years. There's nothing that I'm going to learn in these classes that is going to help me in my job. It's just a bunch of bullshit. So the one thing I was reading through too, one of the things that we do is like a 10-page paper. And I was like, I don't want to fucking write a 10-page 10-page paper. I'm not 18 anymore. I'm not 19. I'm not 20. I'm not in school for the first time. I do not want to write a 10-page paper on fucking management. I don't need to do that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't even know how to, like, I'm like, how do I be positive about this? I need to figure out how to be more positive about it. Like, I don't know. I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity, that work is paying for it. So I'm only putting out a couple $100s each semester, and I'm not like putting out a ton of money. So like, but man, it's just, yeah, I just don't want to do it. 10-page paper sounds like torture, dude. I didn't even like, well, I was gonna say I didn't even like to write papers when I was young, but I didn't mind writing papers, actually. I don't mind like research and like doing stuff, but it's just like topics that I'm interested in. Like not freaking management. And the thing is that like, look, I get it, okay? I totally understand. Even though the college I'm going to probably is a little bit easier for people who work a full-time job who are adults, I'm still taking classes with people who are in college for the first time, 18, 19-year-olds. And like, I'm looking at some of their work, their projects, because we have to like grade and stuff. And I'm like, stuff is horrendous. Like, this is horrendous. How can you turn this stuff in? Because they're young. They have no life experience, no work experience. Like, it's no wonder their stuff isn't that good. But I'm just like, I don't need to, like, that's just where I am mentally. I'm just like, I don't need to do some of this stuff, okay? I have the work experience. But I get it. You can't cater the class. I wish there were classes out there for, like, people who are already business professionals. And I could, like, I don't know, test out of these easy business classes, like principles of management. Well, I don't know. I was a manager for over a decade. I think I'm okay. like I got it. Thank you. But that's just a shitty attitude to have. So that's just where I am right now. What am I doing? Go to the search area. Oh, is these going to be the wolves? I think they're up higher, right? So just a second. So I just need to get over it and stop complaining about it, because it is what it is. I have to do it or stop school. Like, those are my two choices. Hello, little wolves. I'm sorry I have to kill you. Can you just run, please? Not toward me. Not toward me! I wonder if Predators is a daily. Probably not. What I hated most was citing where I got my research, and I felt like each professor was different on how it's formatted. Yes. I have to, like, it's been so long since I've written a paper, like, I'm gonna have to look up ALA formatting and all that. Because I just don't remember. Like, it's been so long. At least I have a full semester for this class, so like theoretically it'll be spread out a little bit more. Kind of look while I'm doing this. Okay, no, carcasses, deadly predators is not a daily. I'm wondering though, I didn't actually go into the class to see. I haven't bought my book yet. I have to go buy that. That's gonna be like $130. For a rented text. That's my other beef that I have with it. I'm like, I'm paying like $130 per textbook that I rent, that I don't even get to keep. I can't even resell it because it's a rented digital product that I have like limited access to. Like after a year, I don't have any more access to it, which is the biggest scam in the history of all scams. I'm not a fan of too much government interference, but I feel like that's something that they should be like, no, you're not allowed to charge $130 for a digital rental that the person is gonna lose access to. What kind of bullshit is that? So I have to buy my book, but I'm hoping I can work ahead because my next class starts in like the beginning of July, I think, and it's an accelerated class, and I'm gonna die, basically, is what's gonna happen, because I'm also starting a new job, so I'm not gonna have a job where I have time to do schoolwork at work. when I had downtime. Well, that's a black horse. I'm like, what horse is that over there? It's just a very dirty black horse. I think, is it a bonus that I know I have a shitty attitude toward and I need to change it? Or is that just like, I don't know. It doesn't matter that I know that I have a shitty attitude toward the class right now. I feel like I don't want to wear this outfit right now because I'm in the desert and I feel like my character feels hot. You ever feel that? Like if you're playing a game and your character's like I'm in the heat, in the sun, in the desert, in a coat, and then like I feel hot because I feel like my character would feel hot. I don't know why my camp is in the desert either. Like I'm never here. Hey Jess, how's it going? It's painful to watch the horse dashing through the cactus plant. It's true. Your horse even makes a noise, which is awful. Also, hello 69. How are you today? You're good? Good. Okay. On to more positive stuff. For me. I'll stop complaining about my class. Oh, hey, look. That was part of a daily challenge. Okay, sweet. I have enough materials as well. Ooh, salvage. Do I want to go into salvage? I could go into salvage. I could probably do salvage. Let's switch. Let's do shotgun. And a Lancaster. Oh, damn it. I was just getting ready to accept it. Bummer. Okay, no salvage for us. That's fine. Time to log on to Red Dead and see what I got to do to get the concho pants. Is that this week? You have to do something to get the concho pants this week. I should look at that too. Doop 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 doop. Let's see. Hey Bob, good morning. All right, you discover 3 collectible items to receive the blue concho pants. So literally you just have to find 3 collectibles. That's easy. Discover 3 collectible items to receive blue concho pants. Yeah, that'll be easy enough. I'm pretty sure I have the blue concho pants. I think I have all of them. All right, speaking of collectibles, let me reset my map here. Let's see. Where's the reset button? Reset all settings. Yes. Close. Let's make this detailed again. All right. All right, so I'm at 13 out of 14 wands. Okay, so the easiest way to do this, when you don't have a full set and you can't look to see what you have less of, you have to kind of go here, and this makes it a little easier. So a lot of these I'm actually not too close, but the wands I only need 1. So I only need the 3 of wands. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. Let's see. All right, cups we need a bunch. So cups, I need the ace, the 2, the 7, the 8, the knight, the 10, queen, and king. Swords. We need ace, 3, 5, 6, 8. Oh, I need almost all these. 9, 10, page, knight, and king. Holy smokes. I should try to find at least the 1 wand. So 1 full set. Pentacles. We need ace. Apparently I don't get the aces anywhere. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Knight. Queen, king. I had been slacking. What else? Skip those. Alcohol bottles. Of course, we need the absinthe. Oh, is that it? We only need the absinthe? Okay, sweet. Family heirlooms. 14 out of 15. I only need one of these. Sweet. All right, so I only need the tortoiseshell comb. That's nice. And then flowers. I probably just need like the... 2 you get at night. I probably need agarita. Yep, agarita. And that's actually it. Okay. Very good, very good. Morning, Rose. How's it going? I have them on my main account. Could do them on my a third account because I'm not buying clothes on the account unless they literally give me coupons. That's actually smart. I should get on and get it on my other account. I don't think I ever used the blue concho pants though, so... All right, I'm still searching also for... Oh, it's the sword. I was like, okay, where's the wand? I want to get the one wand for sure. Cup. To get a full set. So let me just see if I can suss out where it is. So much stuff on this mat. Sword. 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 Oh, our one heirloom is up at Coulter. Bloop. Alright, there's so much stuff covering, I actually can't see where the, I actually can't see where the wand is on the map. Alright, that's fine. Once I get into it, I'll just make a note to make sure I track it down. Okay, what time is it? We got 9:14. The Agarita are in okay spots today. Alright, so let me go ahead and grab... We're pretty close to... Yeah, okay, so there's a cup here that I need. And I'll just start heading toward the Agarita. So yeah, so I traveled back up north over the weekend. I was gone Thursday to Sunday. I got to see my family, which was really cool. I got to go to a wedding. My coworker from 2 years ago's wedding. Her and Jack have been together for 11 years, almost 12 years. And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful wedding. It was a beautiful venue. It was they did the ceremony outdoors. It was like right on the water. It was a little warm, but it was actually pretty good. And their vows were so sweet. The stupid thing about the venue is that there's like a road running behind it. And so like during the ceremony, there were like cars behind with like music that was really loud and like honking and stuff because people are assholes. It's like people know there's weddings going on. And so they're like deliberately trying to make as much noise as possible going past. So that was kind of, I feel like as a wedding venue, like they should try to work something out to like, it's a 1-lane road to like just skip that part of the road and have them just go down one more road to get where they're going, which would make sense to me. But then the reception was indoors, but it was a beautiful place. It was like a mansion, old king mansion or something. I forget what it was called, something like that. And it was beautiful. It was very nice. It was really cool because I got to see my coworkers that I worked with like for over a decade. I got to see them again for the first time in like 2.5 years, which was nice. Am I about to get shot? Possibly. Possibly. All right, what else is here? There's a flower here that I don't need. All right, we're gonna go this way. If I get shot, it's gonna be very loud. What's that guy doing? He's just like hanging out. What time is it? Almost time I can pick up this flower. Goodness. Oh, is this the place that's hard to get up on? Damn it. If it is, I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna come down to it, but I'm gonna skip it if it's the one that's hard to get up on. The one I can get up pretty easy, but the other one is a pain in the ass. Hey, morning, Jose. How's it going? So I got to see my Crocus. It was really cool, and it was like basically I had never left. Like we just, I mean, I knew them for so long. It wasn't uncomfortable. It wasn't awkward. It was like literally I had never left, and so I got to hang out with them, which was really cool. And yeah, I had a good time. I had a good time, and then I got to spend some time with my mama and the doggos. I don't have any dogs right now, so it's always nice to have a dog like squished right up against me or laying on me. I saw my dad and his fiance for dinner, and we went to this place called Nikki's Ramen. And like the dish I had planned to eat, they weren't making anymore, but there was another dish that they had that was vegan. It was actually really good. It was like sweet potato noodles, which almost looked like glass noodles. But there were sweet potato noodles. There was a bunch of veggies, and like there was rice. I didn't eat the mushrooms because I don't mind mushroom flavor, but I don't like to bite into a mushroom, if that makes sense. Like the texture is weird. So like mushroom flavoring's okay, but like the texture of mushrooms bothers me. So I have to have them like ground up or like very, very small bites. That dish was really good though. It was freezing in there though. One of the cool things though is that the whole restaurant, it was a tiny restaurant, kind of like a little, just a very small space. Was covered in like, you could like take a Post-it and like draw something on it and then like put the Post-it on the wall, which was really cool. Damn it, this is the place I hate to get up on. There's a little spot, is it that back there? This must be this back here. And there was one that was like a little picture of Ghostface, and it was like, what's your favorite scary movie? I was like, yes. Is it here? I don't think this is it. This is not it. Yeah, this is not it. I'm in the wrong spot. Maybe I can just go up. Maybe this isn't the one I'm thinking of. Maybe you can just go up the side over here. Oh no, this is it here. This is where you go up. I think. Dude, this is like whoever created this one, I hate. I hate them. No, this isn't right either. Because there's not a ledge. Shit. Hey, Sir Doug, how are you? Mushrooms can feel squeaky against your teeth sometimes. Yes, they can. I don't think that's right either. Like, I'm not seeing the ledge. That's got to be it, though. Nah, is that the ledge right there? No, but there's no way to get up to that one. Yeah, this isn't right either. I think it is back there. I don't see the ledge though that I normally go up. Oh my god, fucking fallen mechanics. Whoever created this hill, I would like to have some words with them. I would like to see them face to face and like have some words. I think it's back there, but I just don't see the ledge that I normally jump on. I'm gonna waste all my time with this and just get more and more pissed off is what's gonna happen here. This is not it either, because this is just going to slide right down. Wait! It almost slid up. I'd like to punch this guy in the face, just FYI. Just as a little FYI. I'd like to punch this guy in the face. You know it was a man that created this. Can probably get up here. Sir? I need you to come to... Okay, first of all, I'm about to fucking die. There's another one that's on the side because there's a little tree that I used to mark. So I don't think this is the one I'm thinking of. Because I should be able to get up right here. Theoretically. Theoretically. Okay, you know what? You know what? You know what? Fuck off, man. It's so annoying, dude. What a fucking waste of time. Alright, I should just fast travel. Alright, I'm gonna fast travel to Armadillo and just go up and get this one and then get the one outside Hennigan. I nearly got up, but I slipped back down at the last moment. I used to be able to get up on all of them, but honestly, I just don't have the patience to figure it out again. It's annoying as hell. It doesn't need to be in the game. Like, when developers do shit like that, it just annoys me. Honestly. Like, there's literally no reason for that. Do I have to go up on the hill to get this one? This one's a pain in the ass too, depending on where it is. Hey, morning, Joe. How's it going? I think the one I'm thinking, Rose, is the other one. I don't think that's the one because there's a little tree that marks the spot you go up and you have to climb up on like 3 different rocks and then you have to time it just right so you don't slide down and you grab onto the ledge. No, this one's gonna be up here. This one's fine. Alright, so we'll grab this one and we'll grab the Hennigan's one. Agarita. Morning, David. How's it going? And then we'll go get this one. I'm like here-ish. I doubt I'll be able to get a camp out here, but we can try. Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. Sweet. So we should have a full flower set now. Not doing too bad. Oh, I was up to like this is why I'm a little cranky pants today about everything. I was up to like almost 3 a.m. last night because I couldn't fall asleep. But it's not like, you know, sometimes when you're trying to fall asleep and you're like actually laying in bed trying to fall asleep and you just get pissed off. Is this happened to anybody else, I guess? If you haven't stopped it, you probably know what I'm talking about. And you just get like super pissed off as you're laying there because you're like, I just fucking want to fall asleep. So it wasn't that last night. I just like wasn't going to bed because I wasn't tired. So I was like doing other stuff. I was like reading and like I logged off. I wasn't even playing anything. So I was like just reading and doing some other stuff. And then I think I laid down at like 2 a.m. And then I basically just like dozed, like kind of laid down and I was like dozing. Like, I don't want to kill you, wolves, but like I need this flower. Why are you following me? You think when you kill one, like the other ones would like run away? So it was like 3 a.m. before I went to bed and I was up at like 8:30. That's not enough sleep for me. That's like 5.5 hours. Like I still have all these wolves in the back of my, let's see. Any 3 stars? I'll take a 3-star. Not that I really need to fill up camp. I think somebody may have filled up camp for me. Morning, Big Daddy. How's it going? Yeah, I think that's why I'm a little cranky pants, because I'm a little sleepy. So I read this whole like study about magnesium oil, how like if you rub magnesium oil on your feet, like it can help you fall asleep. And I've done it 2 nights in a row now, and like literally it has not done anything, like literally nothing. And when I was at the wedding, I was talking to one of the people that was there, that was one of my past coworkers, and they were like, I do that, like they're like, I do that and it really helps me sleep. And I was like, literally, it did not help me sleep at all the past couple of days. And I was like, maybe you have to like do it over time. So like, I'll keep doing it for a while to try it. But I was like, magnesium oil did not do anything. And she was like, I can't do melatonin because it messes me up. And I was like, I only use melatonin if I'm desperate, because it'll make me really groggy in the morning. So if I'm already having a bad night and it's like midnight, I can't take a melatonin, because I know that I won't be able to get up the next day. Like I'll be super groggy. It'll be hard for me to get up and I'll just have a real bad day. But if I plan ahead and I'm like, okay, like I've had a couple really bad nights of sleep, like I really need to sleep. Dude, Rockstar, there was literally no fucking reason that we needed to fall off that ledge, except you're an asshole. Then I'll plan ahead in like 7 or 8. I'll take like a half a melatonin. I have to take like just a half because I'll still be groggy in the morning. But I need like a good 9-10 hours before I have to get up if I'm going to do that. But it does help. It helps me sleep. But it's just not good. I was up till 3 a.m. playing Fallout 4 last night. I tried Fallout 4. I didn't really give Fallout 76 a chance though. Like I left the bunker briefly and then just didn't know what to do. And so I didn't do anything. They're just not really my type of games. Like nothing about the beginning part of either of those games I played was like, oh, intrigued me enough to want to play more. Reminds me of a horse that didn't care we fell off a small ledge. Like sometimes this stuff, like the horse will make this amazing leap down, but like that there, he should have been able to leap down just fine. I don't understand. Oh, we need a sword in here. Let's see. Between the houses? Yep. Between, not the big house though. Over here. Sometimes I think the horses just stumble to be an asshole. Actually, I'm going to keep going instead of fast traveling because I think that the other card I need is at Quaker's Cove. So I might as well just keep riding up. I'll go ahead and grab this one here. I'm trying to still get the gold dollar, which I can't get apparently. And is there 2 or 1 arrowheads? I think it's up to the obsidian. It's like I had all this luck right before collector month started with getting rare collectibles, and it died. Like once actual collector month stopped, like or started, it died. It went away. I can't get them anymore. I'm getting all like the same common shit that I used to get before. I'm glad I did so much collecting ahead of time because I was able to get like a ton of stuff. Is running getting any better for you? Yes, it definitely is. The combat is still weird. It's weird because the game forces you to use this one particular thing called a counter spark, which is so the controls are weird because they wanted you to be able to block and do this counter spark at the same time. So you know how L1 is usually like parry? So in this game, L1 is holding block, which you have to do. Because normally in games you can't hold block. It doesn't work. You have to like parry or block at the last second, or like it still knocks you down. But in this game, it wants you to block. So you're basically just holding L1 and you have to time it perfectly to hit triangle, which is called a counter spark, which is sort of like a parry. And the game, you have to do that in fights or you're going to get annihilated. So you're forced into this this kind of specific sword gameplay, which I don't love. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love. The nice thing about Ghost is that there's so many options. You have the 4 different stances, there's different attacks, you can block, you can parry, you can dodge, and there's just like a variety of sword gameplay, which is one of the big appeals for me for that game. This is my tiny fingers, like I jump off as I'm trying to look into the map because my fingers are so small. Okay, so we got, oh, I should have gone through Thieves Landing. Shit. That's okay. All right, we'll get the one at Quaker's Cove. When you get those things down, and the thing is that like I'll be doing really good with it, and then the timing is just weird. So I feel like the timing is a little bit clunky, whereas I'll get the timing down and then it's almost like the timing changes. And it could just be like each individual person attacking has a different timing, but then I'll hit it right when I think I should be hitting it and it doesn't work and I'll get annihilated. So it's just kind of weird. It's just kind of really weird to like get really good at it, I think, which I think is sort of the point. When you get it, the sword gameplay can be super fun when you're getting it, when you're getting your timing down, and like it can be really fun. The animations are really fun, but when you don't get it, like fights are so frustrating, especially when you have enemies that are like stronger than you. It's almost impossible for me to go against enemies that are stronger than me. I can do it if I really get the timing down and look out. Wednesday, I come up to a rank 110 player in God mode. I report the player Rockstar. Yeah, that's good. They don't care, but I always report them anyway, just in case. Just in case one day they start to care. I don't care if players are in God mode if they're leaving you alone. Didn't I give you a golden cookie before, buddy? How are you already out of your golden cookie? It's because we fell. That does sound like an extra step to be able to parry. It is. It totally is. Like, so I think the idea of the game is that they don't want you to parry everything. They want you to block most of the time. So let's say, for example, like a guy will attack like maybe 4 times in a row. So they want you to hold block and then pick one of those attacks to try to hit this counter spark. When you hit the counter spark, it takes a lot of their ki and it like frightens them or whatever, so you have an opportunity to maybe do a heavier attack on them where you get the triangle prompt. It's just kind of weird. And I feel like as enemies get harder, like it's gonna continue to be a little frustrating. But it is getting better. Like I'm starting to understand a little bit more, and I'm starting to do more gameplay that doesn't require. I try to do as much stealth as possible. The assassinations are fun. The bow is overpowered, so the bow is like a one-shot on most enemies so far. But obviously bosses, I can't do that. Bosses you have to like face head on, so that won't work. But there's a lot that's really fun about the game. Like there's a lot of exploration, there's a lot of different collector's things, there's photos you can take, there's the petting of the cats. Now I have to, there's a couple other things that I can go and do. There's places to clear out, there's enemies at large. So there's a lot of variety, and the game is very beautiful. The graphics might not be like Red Dead graphics or like what GTA 6 graphics, but it's still a very pretty game. The horses aren't that bad. Like they look a little weird, but they're not that bad. And the movement is pretty fun. So like the combat movement, even like you have a grapple hook. So you have a grapple hook, you have a glider. I was gonna play a little Ronin on stream, not like start from the beginning or anything, but just like play a little bit so people could see if they were on the fence. If it's $20 off, I'm definitely gonna get it. My dilemma right now is that I'm like, I rented it for $10. If I go any longer to rent it, then I'm just basically spending the same amount of money. So I'm like, do I return it? Because I have to decide by Friday. Do I go ahead and return it and wait for a sale? But I'm having fun playing at the same time. I think what I'll do is I'll cancel Gamefly. I'll go ahead and return it on Friday and then just hope there's a quick sale. Because if not, I'm going to end up spending full price on it. All right, let me actually move camp out here real quick. Get rid of this wolf on the back of my horse. My friend has bad luck with meeting a lot of griefing players. That sucks. I know some people that run into it all the time, and I feel really bad for them. I go through phases. I'll go through like a couple weeks where nobody bothers me, and then I'll go a week or two where it's like every time I load in every lobby, I'm getting attacked. And it's just really weird. It's almost like Rockstar intentionally, if you're not engaging, they almost intentionally put you in lobbies where you're gonna have to engage. So if that starts to happen, I'll just drop my MTUs down because I'm on PlayStation. I can do that, and I'll just be like, "Fuck everybody! I'm gonna go hang out and do my thing in a solo." Anytime I'm getting footage, not all the time, but like lately, I've been doing private lobbies just because I was getting footage for one video and like people kept bothering me. It's like I started up a moonshine thing so that I could get some footage of my horse running around as I was shooting, and somebody else got there first and started doing it. I was like, this is my thing that I started up. And then they were mad at me. They were like shooting at me and trying to kill me. I was like, this is my mission. Get out of here. I'll get Rise of the Ronin when it goes on sale. Yeah, I think I'm not saying it's not worth $70 now that I've been playing it, because it actually has a lot more stuff. The map is pretty big. So I'm not saying it's not worth $70. I just don't want to spend $70 right now. I'm getting ready to spend $130 on a textbook. Like, I would like to get a little bit of money off of it, please. I think too, because I just used my PlayStation card again while I was traveling. I had to spend, so okay, it was still cheaper for me to drive and park my car and not get a rental. But I did have to pay $60 for my car to be parked there for 3 days, which was crazy. It was like 3.5. Well, so I parked there Thursday morning and I picked it up Sunday morning. So like 3 full days and like a couple hours. But they still counted Sunday as a full day. So it was like $15 a day to park. But it was still better than spending almost $300 on a rental car, too. If you can't find on sale after There's Always W, mention the game's gotten a lot better. This is just my usual way of distracting myself from being more hasty. Yeah, so I've already gotten my character to 100, though, in Diablo. Oh, this is not where the card is. I was thinking it was up here. It must be at the jail. Are you inside the jail? Are you outside the jail? I don't hear anything vibrating. What? Am I in the completely wrong spot? I got no vibration. Oh, that was weird. It didn't vibrate at all. It's still not vibrating or making a noise. I always forget that one doesn't do that. So Diablo, yes. But yeah, my character is 100. I have been playing it a lot. 100's the highest you can go. Now, I still have like... I need to do one more thing for the season. I have to either be Uber Lilith, Echo of Indariel, or Echo of Duriel. And I can't beat any of them because my character, while very strong, and I can do a tier 100 dungeon, and for the pit I'm up to like tier 51, I think. It doesn't do good against single bosses because my minions need like enemies to build up strength, and so I can't beat these single bosses. Now my sorcerer last season could wreck, 2 seasons ago could wreck the single bosses. Wreck. Oh, it was so fun. This guy can't do it at all, though. And so I'm going to have to rework him, so I'll probably just spend time doing that. All right, where do I go from here? All right, we got a pentacle up north. I think I'll grab this arrowhead on the way by. I haven't touched this season of Diablo 4. So, last season was terrible. I actually didn't even finish the pass. I hardly played. I forgot my character like 60 or something like that, maybe. And that was just at the end where I was trying to grind the pass, and it was just awful. I hated every single second of it. This season is actually really fun. They reworked a lot of stuff, so the gear is much more fun. Like the content's more fun as far as like how you get gear, how aspects are taken off. They took away a lot of the tediousness. So right now, every time you salvage legendary gear, your aspects just go into your codex and you can use them whenever. You don't have to save them. So it's so much better. Better gear drops earlier. and you can add affixes on. So if you get a good piece of gear and you want to add some better affixes on, you can do that. It's called tempering. And then you can masterwork it, which increases those. So it's definitely a lot more fun. And they didn't do any of the stupid story stuff they did before too. Hey Sir Will, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. Have a great rest of your day. I had rank 15 shoot at me yesterday and told him to stop and back off until he won't shoot at rank 369. He left. People are so weird. I think people are just looking for interaction in the game sometimes. Jay says, have you ever ridden in real life? Yes, I used to ride all the time when I was younger. I rode up until the age of like 12. And then I did some riding as an adult a little bit. However, I have not been on a horse in a while. At this point, in real life. It's been a little while. I do miss being around horses. I did a little bit of volunteering at like a horse rescue farm. This would have been probably when I was in my 30s. And I do miss being around them. Give me a good one. No, that's not a good one. That's rude. But we do have some actual like horse people in chat too, so like I'll ask questions of them because they're like they currently have horses or they currently ride, and so like I'm a little rusty on my horse knowledge. Like I know some stuff still, but I definitely am not someone who's been around horses in real life recently. I do find so when I'm doing the horse videos, like the genetics is fascinating. I just again haven't had like researched it enough. I used to be really into dachshund genetics and all the like, you know, dominance recessives. You got the dapple gene, the merle gene, the piebald gene, and it was always cool to like go back and kind of like look at that. I used to be really in genetics. I actually thought at one point I might go into some type of a career with genetics because I did find it super fascinating. I never pursued it. Like, I don't know why either, because I still find it fascinating to this day. But I think at this point I would not be able to go into any type of science or health career. Just after everything with COVID and seeing everything that people in that industry had to go through too, I was just like, nah. You know what I want now? I just want to work from home. I just want to work from home and have a healthy work-life balance and, you know, do things that I enjoy. Not kill myself. I've ridden before but didn't grow up with horses. I grew up with cattle, but now I want some horses of my own. Do you know where to start? I do not know where to start, no. Obviously, probably the most important thing is to make sure you have the finances for horses, because I know they're super expensive. So you have to consider all that, because you have to consider not only like feed, but like the farrier and vet bills and all that kind of stuff. And then you have to decide, do you have the space to have horses on your property, or are you going to like board them somewhere? And then you have to think about like boarding fees and like all that. Do you ride currently? Because that's probably the best place to start, is to find a place nearby where you can go and interact with horses. You can start some riding lessons. You can start to get to know people. I would almost think people in chat who have horses, what do you think is probably the best place to start if you want to start like, or maybe you don't want to ride, but you want to like rescue horses. So you don't actually want to ride them, but you want to provide a safe place for them and you have the space. So again, you have to think about stuff like finances, because especially if you're not riding them, you know, or doing anything with them, you still have space, feed, vet bills, farrier, all that kind of stuff. Aiden says it's been like 13 years, give or take, since I've ridden. And where to get your feed from? Yes, I would think the best thing would be to find a local farm. Start to get to know them, if you want to ride, maybe start to do that. Hi Abigail, how's it going? How's John doing? And you know, start to ask questions of them too. Because there's a lot with horse ownership. Like, it's a lot. It's not like owning a dog or a cat. It's intense owning a horse, for sure. I felt you. Where are you? John's hungover and still on that cattle drive. John Marston. The advice to find a community definitely makes sense. That's what I would think would be the best thing. Honestly, if I was going to go the route of horse ownership, that's what I would do first. I would look around, look at reviews, like ask online, find some groups, some community groups. If you're a part of any type of social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, like try to find some horse groups. Try to get some recommendations for some local groups if you can. Look them up, check them out, visit them, to make sure that they take care of the horses and they're like on the up and up, since there's some very shady people out there. And then start with lessons, you know, and start to get to know horses and, you know, check out the setup and the farm, and then just start to ask questions about horses and, you know, the daily, if you can, volunteer time, like helping with the horses. So like mucking out stalls, you know, feed, walking them, exercising them. Sometimes, not all places, but sometimes you can either volunteer or you can volunteer time for lessons. So that's honestly where I would start, because you'll start to get a feel for them. You'll start to get a feel for horses. You'll start to get a feel for the work that's involved. You know, the day-to-day of owning a horse. Putting, you know, do you have them in a stable at night? Are they in a stall? Then you let them out, and then they have access to like a paddock during the day. Or are they just outside and they've got like shelter out there? Like, what's going to work for the area you're in? Like, what's the weather like? All of those are like questions that you would want to know before you got into it, honestly. Now, you have experience, though, because if you had cattle growing up, then you know what work on a farm is like. So I imagine it'll probably be somewhat similar, although horses being kind of flighty prey animals and prone to leg injuries and things, like there's probably a little bit more involved. There's a card here I need, and then I got to go get the heirloom. But that would be my advice, I would think. And if anybody in chat has horses that is currently watching, I have no idea how many people are in chat right now because I'm streaming at a different time that I don't normally stream at. But if anybody in here does have horses and you have any advice to give. Jess says you got a lot to think about. If you're of your own place, you're going to have to look at where you get your hay or straw, and you should have 2 horses or other animals as field companions. I do agree with that. There shouldn't just be one. It's wise to go to a livery stable if you just want the one horse. It's true, because horses are like herd animals. I think they would be lonely by themselves. Like, I don't actually know that, but I feel like they would be, since I've never owned horses. There's a lot. Mississippi 2, that's perfect for me. Nice. Excellent. Yeah, that would be my suggestion. It's always good to find out, like, as much information as possible before you do something, so that you don't have like a lot of surprises that you weren't prepared for. Like, there's probably still going to be surprises, but Aiden says figuring out the emergency vet, the shoes that they had, and we're getting the feed, and two are good to keep each other company. Now, could you do like a horse and like a donkey, maybe? Just curious. I guess if they got along, I guess like just any other animal, like you could have animal like 2 that don't get along, so you'd have to like make sure they got along, I guess. Growing up, we never had one horse alone. It makes total sense, being herd animals. They get lonely, and there's a whole dynamic. If you see a horse lie down a field, they usually have a buddy nearby keeping watch. Hey Ducky, how's it going? Apparently someone got a goat for a Mustang. Dougie, thank you so much for the 35 months. You're awesome. Awesome seeing you streaming Red Dead. My favorite game. Still my favorite game. I don't think this game could ever like not be my favorite. I don't know that there's another game out here that could take top spot of favorite. Like, there's other games that I'm enjoying. Like, I'm really liking Rise of the Ronin right now. Like, Diablo's been super fun. Ghost of Tsushima is like excellent. Second favorite game, maybe. I don't know that anything could take this top spot. I hate Fortnite right now. I don't hate Fortnite right now. I just don't enjoy the season. All right, we got our comb. We got the sword. All right, let's get down to where there's a bunch of collectibles. All right, there are like 6 collectibles in Saint Denis. Let's see if I can get a thing out. Morning posting, how's it going? 69 says, RDR 2 is my favorite game of all time. I recently got The Last of Us 2 and, is that Ghost of Tsushima? I was thinking it was GOW first. GOT, Ghost is like, again, Ghost is my second favorite game. It is so fun. It's actually, combat is way better than Red Dead, but I like the story and the atmosphere in, Red Dead better. I always forget this is here until I come across it. Is it like a mastodon? Look at those horns. It's probably just an elephant, but... Do you want to build a snowman? Ducky says it's okay to hate Fortnite right now. Thank you, Ducky. Maybe if they got used to it, but they took sheep through her field, and yes, she kicked in and said, ooh. Oof. All right, let's go to Saint Denis. All right, my character's like freezing up here. Solo, did you play the first Last of Us and you enjoyed it? I can't get through it. But I also can't get through Horizon. And I don't know why. Like, Horizon is... The Last of Us makes sense for me because post-apocalyptic games are not my favorite. Like, zombies are not my favorite. It's like, that one makes sense to me, but the fact that I can't get through Horizon doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I should like Horizon. Like, it's right up my alley. I should enjoy it. I think it's just that because I don't have, like... I only have a certain amount of time to play games now, solo. Like, on my own. That maybe I just don't have the time to invest in it. If I had more time, maybe I could do it. I'm enjoying the chaos in Fortnite more than last season for me. Nah, I definitely enjoyed last season more. I just don't like cars. Like, everybody who knows me and knows the games I play knows that I don't enjoy cars. Oh, okay. I was like, where's this alcohol bottle? Oh no, this is a card. Shit. I can't get back up here. Damn it. I don't know why my character didn't jump. She's just like, let me belly flop into the water. The jump is so, like, inconsistent sometimes. Can I jump up onto the boat here? I don't think I can. Alright, I have to go back up. Do 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 do. Stuff like this annoys me too. Okay. All right, so this is the cup we needed. I like shooting. I like ARs and I like shotguns and SMGs. And so I'm really irritated that they remove snipers and now me as an AR player can't even capitalize on that and enjoy it. So they always favor snipers. So much so that they made ARs not hit scan. They have bullet drop now. So there's like almost no way as an AR player, like that is my preferred gun. They made it so hard for me to compete against a sniper because of the bullet drop on ARs now. ARs already don't do anywhere near as much damage. You have to hit many shots. You have to be super precise. And now I've got to contend with bullet drop while I have somebody with a one-shot gun, one-shot bullet, shooting at me. And people are like, we'll just pick up a sniper and shoot him back. I don't fucking want to pick up a sniper and shoot him back. That's not my preferred gameplay. Can I pick up a sniper and shoot them back and snipe them? Yes, I can. Do I want to? No. Every once in a while, I would like Epic to cater to AR players. You know what I'm saying? They'll trade off between sniper and shotgun, but at no point do they ever give AR players, people who prefer to play with an AR, a fair shake. This would have been the season for it, but now you can't even shoot an AR because you got to be in a car. Like, it's annoying. Super annoying. I hear you. Oh, there you are. And I was like, just once, Epic. First of all, give me freaking hit scan back on my AR. If my AR is only going to do like 40 damage at a time, so I have to put in like 8 times as many bullets as a sniper, like, freaking give me hit scan back.
Hey, wait, you stopping?
No, I'm not stopping. I don't want to talk to you. All right, the absinthe is in the graveyard. I don't like you, Gus. I don't like you even a little bit. I would say that's not true. If you don't have a car, you're dead. If you don't have a car, you have to have gloves and you have to have good guns. You have to have a car. You have to have gloves and a good gun, and then you might be okay. It just depends. We've had both boss cars, and another team has beaten us on foot. It just depends. You have to be able to get up somewhere where the car can't run you over, so you have to use ledges, hills, if you can. If you're out in the open, that's obviously a lot harder. So you need that mobility. Our best match that we won, we all had really good guns. We had a simple 4-door Jeep. Jeep. And we killed both the boss cars, and we ended up winning the match. But it's because we had good weapons. It's just annoying to me that it's like, we're just not a hot drop team. And it's annoying to me, like, when the car is traveling, you have to land on it, and then you have other players there, and it's like, I have no weapons and no ammo to shoot. So, that's annoying. I don't like it. And my RNG is terrible, so it's even worse this season. Because all the guns you're coming across when you first land are white. Green if you're lucky. Excuse me, sir. Hey, Ghost, how's it going? Rockstar won't let characters take a bath online. That is so dumb. I feel like people would have exploited it. And there would have been, heaven forbid, nudity. I didn't get the feel for The Last of Us 2. I did love the Horizon series, but I'm just upset about the choice of DLC. Is only for PS5. I didn't know that. I didn't realize Forbidden West was only for PS5. That's interesting. I imagine we're going to start to see a little bit more of that now as we've been... How many years has PS5 been out now? I imagine we're going to start to see more stuff that is like next gen exclusive. Yeah, the game's for PS4. Yeah, so it's dumb to me that they would make a DLC for next gen only when the game itself is for last gen, is for PS. But it would make sense like newer games would only be next gen. So that is because you have people like you're saying, you have people that have played all the games on PS4, but they can't play the DLC because it's a next-gen exclusive. That is an interesting choice. Hey, Black Wolf, how are you? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Oh, wow, my throat is all scratchy today. Throat is a little scratchy. I feel like I need to give Aragon a little rest here. I've been using him exclusively for the past, like, week. A stranger's requesting help. What if I don't want to help you? The way the consoles are always fast to change puts me off of getting a new one. If I wasn't streaming, I never would have picked up a PS5 when I did. Oh, it's up. It's gonna be up on the balcony. Shit. I would not want to live in a house in this. I know people are always like, oh, I want the big mansion. This is too... I like big open rooms. So I like ranchers where... Shit. I always forget how to get through here. I go around this way. I like ranchers that have like... Yeah, okay. Like just big open like spaces. So like a big open kitchen with an open living room. Like there's no wall in between. That's just what I like. I don't like all these little teeny tiny rooms. Like think about all the cleaning. And then people are like, well, if you're rich enough to own a mansion, you probably have somebody clean it. And I was like, well, what's the point of it, though? I'm stuck. I'm running in place and I'm stuck. You ever a dream where you're trying to type something on your phone, but you find every word is spelled wrong and you try again, but it keeps happening? No. That's funny, though. No, but I had a dream last night. So this is kind of a recurring nightmare I have, and it's hard for me to explain the nightmare. I can never explain it correctly. It's sort of like... it's so hard. It's so hard to like... There's something that I needed to be doing or keep track of, or something that I needed to do every day, like hit a switch or like hit a... There's just like something that like every day needed to happen, but I can't remember what it is. Like I knew about it, but then I like can only vaguely remember that it's this thing that I have to do, but I can never quite remember what it was. And every night I go to sleep and I'm like, there's something I needed to do and I can't remember what it is. And then until one day where it's too late, and now like my life is over, the world is not the world is ending necessarily, but like I'm going to not even cease to exist. Like I'll exist, but like in a place where no one else is. So like my friends and family are still alive and there, but I can't talk to them. They can't see me or hear me. And it's just like, I'm alone forever. It's like eternity of nothingness, like just black nothingness. And it's because I didn't do this thing and I can't remember. And the only time I realized that it wasn't actually a thing is in the dream. It's like at the last moment, somebody would be like, time's up, or oh, it's over. You didn't do it. Like this is it. And then like it is terrifying how it's like I'm not doing a good job explaining it because I can't I can think it in my brain right now, but I can't explain the feeling of what it's like when I'm dreaming this. And it happened last night where I was like dozing and like I looked over it. I've got like a little warmer that's got a candle on it and a light. And it's like I could see these like numbers or this thing or whatever, and I just knew. I knew that that was the thing that I hadn't done, and then like it was too late. Like I ran out of time, and there was nothing I could do about it. The other night before I left on vacation, I dreamt that I was hanging out with Gypsy, and I was like... which I didn't get to see him before I left, which was a bummer because I just got too busy, too much stuff to do. But I dreamt that I did. I went over to his house and we spent a couple hours together. And then like it was nearing midnight and I was like telling him, I was like, okay, it's almost midnight. I got to go because I got to get on the road by 2 a.m. So I got to go home and I got to grab all my stuff and like do all this. And he looked at me with this look and he was like, this is exactly what he said. He's like, oh, sweetie, like you're not going anywhere. Like this, it's done. It's over. Like... And it was like 3 minutes till midnight, and he's like, "That's it. At midnight, you're like, I don't even know how he phrased it then, but like you're done or you're gone or like your life is finished." And I remember being like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, at midnight, like you didn't do what you were supposed to, and now this was it. This was the last of your life." And I was like, and I told Gypsy later about it, and I was like, just in the future, for future reference, if my life is gonna end at like midnight, like don't tell me at 11:57. That is 3 minutes of panic, okay, of 3 minutes of sadness, of oh my god, this is it, it's over, like I'm dead, like I can't, like just let me die at midnight. don't tell me about it. How are you today, Laval? Just like hold me, hug me, and just don't even, because we talked about once about ways of dying, and he's like, yeah, if you were falling from a plane and you know you were just gonna die when you hit the ground, that's like not too bad because you'd feel free for those couple minutes. And I was like, what? No, you wouldn't. You'd have like 3 minutes of like terror. In 3 minutes, my life is over. I'm gonna hit the ground and die. That's like 3 minutes. That's not freedom. That's 3 minutes of agony. I don't know how long, guys. I don't know how long it takes to hit the ground when you jump out of a plane. I don't know how many minutes that is. Somebody could tell me. But I was like, I would not. That is the worst way to die. Like the best way to die, in your sleep. You go to sleep, you just don't wake up. That's the best way. That's what I would like. like go to sleep and just don't wake up. That's the one. That's the one right there. Isn't that how everybody wants to die? I feel like I would hope I died on impact. Yes, and I'm sure if you were falling from a plane, you would die on impact, but can you imagine the terror for all of the minutes that you're falling? Like absolute just terror? I feel like that's got to be pretty terrifying. I don't know. I feel like it is, though. Low-key, I want to die on my horse. I want to die in my sleep. That's literally the only way that I want to die. I want to go to sleep and not wake up. I don't care how that occurs. I don't care how I actually die, as long as I'm asleep for it. Yeah, Laval, it's just a recurring nightmare that I have. It's like picking a song to choose to listen to for the last time before piecing out. I would just be like, what do I want to listen to? I'd waste the entire time trying to figure out what to listen to, and then I would just die without listening to anything. Buddy, I'm going to give you a little bit of a break. We're going to pull somebody else out. You need to go take a little snooze. Same, I would waste time choosing. I'm actually currently obsessed with Eyes Closed. Is it Eyes Closed by Imagine Dragons? I think it's called Eyes Closed. I'm carrying the max amount of the Splinter Arrowhead. If I fall off a plane, I know it's over, so I just let it go and be calm. I don't understand that. Oops, I forgot to call another horse. I don't understand that. I feel like I would just be sad and terrified for like however many minutes. I would just be like, it's like if your plane is going down. It's like, you know, you can't do anything. Hey, IPA, how's it going? But I'll never forget that when he was like, oh, sweetie, you're not going back home. You're not getting on a plane. Like, you're done. Your life is over. Jeez. You couldn't just let me have, just, again, just don't tell me. I don't want to know. If you could, like, if you had, like, wishes or whatever, or, like, you could see your future, or, like, you could ask somebody and you could know the day and time you died, I wouldn't want to know. I would not want to know. Because then, like, that's all you think about. Hey, John M., how's it going? If you fall out of plane, your terminal velocity is about 190 miles per hour, so you're kind of just flapping about. You are flapping about. Now, John, how long does it take you to hit the earth, though? I guess it depends on how high up you are. So let's say you're at a typical level for jumping out of a plane for like skydiving. I wonder what that is. Let's see. Okay. How high up in the air do you have to be to skydive? All right, the most common exit altitude for skydiving is 10,000 feet. Larger skydiving operations can drop between 13,000 and 14,000. However, altitude jumps can be made. Higher altitude jumps can be made. However, jumps made above 15,000 require the use of oxygen to avoid hypoxia. So let's just say 10,000 feet. We're going to let Google do the work for us. Okay. Oh, that's just free fall. Apparently, asking how you would hit the ground without pulling a parachute is not a question that people ask Google. This says if you're jumping from 10,000 feet, you'll free fall for about 45 seconds at around 120 miles per hour until your instructors deploy the parachute at around 5,000 feet. To put it in perspective, you'll fall 5,000 feet in just 45 seconds. Okay, so that's something then. So about 90 seconds to hit the ground, or would you probably pick up velocity less time? That's actually better. Okay, that's better than I was thinking. So you only have to panic and be terrified for like a minute and a half, and then you're dead. That's not quite as, however, I mean, if you're holding a plank for a minute, like think about how long a minute feels. I feel like if you're falling from a plane, that's gonna feel like a really long minute. you know what I'm saying? It's gonna feel like time is never gonna end as you're falling. Okay, still don't sign me up for that. Like I wonder if 120 is like the first part and then you pick up velocity. Like as you continue to fall, you'd pick up speed. Perhaps. I'm not gonna lie, probably mashed out. Oh my god. Okay, look, it takes us ladies a little bit more than a minute and a half. Have you ever seen the meme of like Gollum when he's making the faces and he's like excited and then he's like, oh, no, like confused, and the tagline is when you're like almost like when you're almost finished and your boyfriend keeps changing the pace. Look, women are complicated, okay? We ain't doing it we're not doing it in 90 seconds, okay? Falling from I just don't that's yeah. Guys could probably do that, I think, but not us. Not us. Hey, morning Diana, how's it going? A card inside here? There it is. I'm gonna say it's the weirdest conversation so far in the chat. This isn't even the weirdest conversation we've ever had, I feel like. I would just flop around. I feel like I would just close my eyes and then I don't know, I would just be praying, I guess. I feel like if there's any way I can live through this, even though you know there's no way. Like, unless somebody with a parachute, like, dives and catches you, like, there's literally no way you can survive. It's not like you could land on something and survive. You're going 120 plus miles an hour. Like, nah, they're staying open. I think that would be worse for me to have my eyes open. I don't know. Alright, where the hell is this wand that I need? This wand is elusive. We were talking about my terrifying nightmares, and then we were talking about ways to die. And I was talking about how Gypsy was like falling out of a plane and like hitting the ground and dying wouldn't be so bad because he's like, in the few minutes leading up to dying, you'd feel so free. And I'd be like, I would be terrified the entire fall down. Absolutely terrified. Like, I was like, it's asleep. But put me asleep. I just want to die in my sleep. I want to fall asleep and not wake up. That's the best way to die. It's funny how right now we are literally diving deep about certain dreams and death after I mentioned a dream I had. All right. Let's grab this bad boy over here. Would have to happen unexpectedly, like I can't know I'm gonna die from free falling. Like I don't even, he's like, you'd feel so free in those minutes you're falling. And I was like, what would be free about that? You know your life is over when you hit the ground. You know your life, you're literally, you know the second you're like, I don't know. That's not freeing for me. It's like, you just be like flying. I'd rather just not die. Like death can be a terrifying thought. You're like, I don't want to get this. This is some existential shit that will just jack me up if I think about it too much. Because it's like, you're like, life is so short. This is fleeting. Like, you're going to blink one day and wake up and it's going to be like, your life is going to be over. But at the same time, I can't imagine living forever. Like, on this planet. Like, this world. Like, spirit in some form, yes. But, like, actual physical body living on this planet, no. Like, if I were, like, a vampire that could live forever, I feel like that would just be worse. Like, at some point, you would just want to die. You'd be like, I've been alive too long. Living forever would be dog shit. Exactly. Living forever is overrated. Would it be nice to live a little bit longer? Like, a couple hundred years, maybe? Maybe. Depending on how your life is. Like, do I want to live exactly as I am right now for a couple hundred years? No. But, like, it's not scary? I feel like it would be scary. Ooh, we're gonna die. Oh no, see? Now look, that is no higher. That is no higher than the one we fell out earlier. My brother died in his sleep, died of cancer. I'm sorry to hear that, David. I feel like that's the most peaceful way to go. Like, the most peaceful, pain-free way to go. But it is very tough when you have had a loved one that's died that way. I'd make a terrible vampire due to anemia. I would need more blood than necessary, but I forget to take care of myself. Can you imagine being an anemic vampire? I would want to be like, you know, living on bagged blood or something. I wouldn't want to actually like bite strangers. I used to be scared of death, and I realized that when it happens, I'm going to be an old man and just accept I've lived my life, and then it's time for someone else to take my place. It's such an interesting concept. I think for most people, it's probably just the unknown, what happens after death. It's not even so much as dying. It's the vegan vampire. Exactly. You know what? I would want to like feed off of and kill like really bad people. So like pedophiles, like I don't know why I'm trying to go this way. Can I get in this way? I don't think I can. I'm gonna have to go down and go up. I wouldn't even want to harm animals or anything, but I would want to take out the bad people in society. That'd be fun. Just prowl through nightclubs and find like the guy that's gonna stick the roofie in the drink and like then just take him. Oh, is this not the room? Shit, is it downstairs? It's outside. Born free. Let me out, let me out. It's on the crates. Hannah, thank you so much for being a member for 34 months. The Vampire Equalizer, that's right. Here it is, it was here the whole time. I jumped right next to it. You go to the nightclub to stop for bad guys, for fuck's sake. From their neck. From their neck. Maybe their arm. The neck's too good for them. All that happens is you turn to fertilizer, that's all. I mean, maybe. Maybe. But unless you've died, you can't know for sure. I don't happen to believe that. I know some people do. And I don't know. I might not be right. You might not be right. You might be right. I might be right. Nobody knows. 'Cause nobody's died. Nobody's been on the other side. IPA, thank you so much for being a member, 33 months, and John M for 36 months. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate all of you. Going in for a kiss and just feel that sharp pain. I'd be like, oops. You thought you were gonna get to harm some girl, but nope. Okay, here's the thing though. If you were, okay, so there's some lore out there for vampires that are like, oh, the vampire bite is very pleasurable. And so like, even if all your blood is being drained, like it'll make your last moment super pleasurable. But if I was like going after like the bad people of the world, like the rapists and the pedophiles or whatever, I wouldn't want them to have a good last moment. I was like, is there any way that I can just make it a painful last moment? Maybe vampires can choose. So like you can choose whether or not the bite's gonna be pleasurable. What do we think about that? If you've ever watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know the bite can be pleasurable. Angel, Buffy. It's a little risque for the WB. About to get action, then jump. Yes, make it painful. Exactly. Hey, buddy. Was there a snake or am I just pushing you too hard? Here. Give you a little brush here. As soon as you calm down. Can give you a golden cookie. Golden cookie. Quick question. If a vampire bites someone, that doesn't turn the person being bitten into a vampire. So I don't know all of vampire lore, but let's take the Buffy verse, for example. So in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, saw every episode of Buffy? Me too, and Angel. In Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a vampire has to bite you, drain a certain amount of your blood, and then they have to feed you their blood, and that turns you into a vampire. If they just feed from you, that doesn't turn you into vampire. You have to actually drink their blood too. And then in the Buffyverse, or at least in the fan fiction Buffyverse, I don't know if in the actual Buffyverse, how much blood they feed you will determine what kind of vampire you are. So if you're just like a helper vampire, or if you're more like a child, like you're the beloved of the vampire. Maybe it's the sleeveless shirt that amplifies the long arms. Okay, first of all, rude. John M didn't even mention my arms this time. My arms are no longer than any other character. Okay, she's just leggy. Okay, guys, we do understand vampires aren't real, right? What? This is like learning that Santa isn't real. I'm offended. Are those rats? Probably. Now, in like Twilight verse, I don't know, how do vampires get made in Twilight verse? I forget. How does what's her name turn into a how does Bella? Not Bella. What is her name? Also, your character is 5'6" with a 3-inch reach. They just get bit in the Twilight verse. Okay. So see, every lore's how about in Dracula? Anybody know like the original like Stoker's Dracula, like how they get turned? I know you can turn people into like slaves. Maybe biting them is actual like lore, like for most vampire stuff. Oh yeah, and Dracula, it looks like he just bites them, and that does it. So I like the Buffyverse explanation. Like just biting them doesn't do anything. It's got you got to feed them your blood too. It feels more like, I don't know. What say you, Rose? I think they can't drain them though. Yeah, that makes sense. That's why Edward was hero worshipping Carlisle, because it took a lot for him to not drain them. Bye, Laval. These aren't even that bad of conversations, I feel like. We've had way worse conversations than this. Now, so like werewolves, it's always been like if you're bitten by a werewolf, like you'll turn into a werewolf. Like that, I know. I've never heard anything different from that. So like every werewolf movie or show or book I've ever read, it's always just been like, if a werewolf bites you on the full moon, like you're gonna turn into a werewolf. But like vampires, I've definitely heard different stuff. And I do like the Buffyverse way of turning into vampires. This is like therapy for me for some reason. This, hanging out with you guys is always like therapy for me. Like, getting to chat about stuff. Vampire Diaries is an interesting one because their blood can heal humans, but if human dies with it in their system, they transform into a vampire. Oh, interesting. I've only seen a little bit of Vampire Diaries. I mean, let's face it. Ian, however you say his last name, is super hot. But, so is Damon, right? Damon in the show. But you don't like him at first, right? Because he's not really a nice person. But then, like, you do like him later. All right, I'm gonna grab this coin, and there's a card here I need. I still can't find the wand that I need. I literally need one wand to make a set. Do I have any full sets yet? I should have a full set of flowers.
Morning.
I have full set of heirlooms. Full set of flowers. I'm getting close on some of these. Full set of alcohol bottles. Okay. I need an egg. My boyfriend's joining. He was busy. He was on the cattle drive, right? Is he back from the cattle drive? For someone who reads about Lestat, I haven't read Dracula. It's been a while. I read Dracula when I was younger, but it's been a long time. These days, I'm like more likely to read fan fiction in those genres than the actual like books. Just give me a gold dollar, please. Please. All right, I think, are we gonna be in the tent here? No, we're down on the fence. This is behind. Howdy, John Marston. Look, we got John M and a John Marston in chat right now. He's taking a 2-hour break. All right, only need 2 more swords. That wand is still being elusive. I'm gonna have to like cover stuff up so I can find it. All right, let's see. Ooh, I gotta go get this cup up in a place I don't want to go. All right, let's go to Wapiti. Need to somehow make my way over. I still haven't done like Van Horn and North. Your head hurts. Is that from the hangover? What was your drink of choice? Actually, my head, I woke up today, my head hurt a little bit. Yesterday was the only, like the first day my head hadn't hurt since like Thursday. I think something about flying and the pressure. I had a headache like half of Thursday, almost all of Friday. Really bad Friday night because the music was so loud at the wedding. And then like Saturday morning, I still had a headache. Beer always. I just don't like the taste of beer. I was supposed to be trying to find for IPA like a chocolate beer to try, but I can't find any of the recommendations here. Today I woke up with a headache, but it like immediately went away, so it's fine. I like don't have one right now. And I hadn't been getting headaches, like I hadn't had any in a while, and then all of a sudden I just like almost my entire time I was gone, I had a headache. Like an ibuprofen was not touching it at all. I even took an Excedrin. My mom gave me an Excedrin on Friday. Yeah, but that was before the wedding. And it was like, it helped until the music started playing. The music was so loud. Big on whiskey. I think, I don't actually drink a lot. So I had one drink at the wedding. I had it was a pineapple something. It had triple sec and what was the other alcohol in it? Triple sec and something else. It was actually not bad. It was not terrible. I'm not a big fan of alcohol, more of a meth man. Oh no. That's the first drink I've had in 6 to 12 months. And like, I was sitting down and I hadn't eaten anything and I like could feel that one drink. There was a lot of triple sec in it though. I could taste that. And I was like, oh, I'm like a little dizzy from this one drink of alcohol. And I didn't drink anymore because I had to drive. So I had one drink at 5 and I didn't leave till 8:30. And I was like, no more drinks for me. But I don't really like alcohol. I'll do like a good tequila. Like I'll do a tequila shot every once in a while. I've done shots of whiskey or whiskey. What was the one shot we did? Other than that, like a mixed drink, I'll do a mixed drink, but that's pretty much it. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff up here. All right, so card somewhere up. Okay, here's the card. I don't do meth. Me either. I just wanted to dig in the spot of Blackwater and now it's swimming out to sea. Oh no, did you get the bug where you just like keep going? I hate that bug because you have to like respawn. Your character doesn't ever stop moving. Nemo swimming out to sea. I'm gonna touch the butt. A shot of whiskey with the monkey yanks with it. It might not have been whiskey. I'm trying to think of what we would have done a shot of. Whiskey doesn't sound right. Tequila we did. I can't remember. I can't remember what the shot was. Did you bug this out, good sir? No. Ooh. Been clean approaching 5 years. Congratulations. I just mostly don't like the taste. That's why I don't like the taste. as an introvert, like if I am at a wedding or a party, yes, drinking some alcohol can be nice because it can help me to relax a little bit because I get really kind of anxious and have some like social anxiety and stuff like that. There's our wand. Okay, it's at the fort. Which fort is that? I can't remember that fort name. All right, let's go to Van Horn. It's fun for me to drink less than people think I'm drinking, so drink till I just get a little bit lightheaded and tipsy and I can act like I'm more drunk than I am because I can be a little bit freer and people just be like, oh, it's the alcohol. If that makes sense. But I don't really like the taste of alcohol and I don't really like the feeling of being out of control, so I don't like to drink too much. And I don't like hangovers either. Is it I was gonna say Fort Brennan, but I can never remember if that's the one outside Van Horn or if that's the one over outside Strawberry. What's the one outside Strawberry? Fort... I forget the one outside. I've been playing a lot of story, but I haven't been to any of these places, so I like forget the names because you have to... They don't really say the names in online, I don't think. I'm kind of gutted. I stopped on a little. I don't want to see how far it would take me. It's gonna take me out to sea until you just drown. I don't like the feeling it gives me. Yeah. I think that's why everybody's like, if you have sleep issues, like you should try like edibles and stuff. And I just don't feel like I would handle those very well. I don't think it would have a good effect on me. I quit alcohol last year. I too stopped it in one day. I was addicted to it heavily. From that, I haven't touched it. I'm so happy now, especially when it comes to mood and temper. So that's awesome. Congratulations, guys. That's such a hard thing to do. You have to be so disciplined as well. And like so determined. So kudos to you. Because I know that is definitely not an easy thing for sure. The thing is too, like if you don't have a problem, there's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol. Like if you don't have any issues with it, but at the same time, like there's really no benefit to drinking it. So like... Abigail, you're so fun when you drink. All right, so we're gonna go right here. So that's how John keeps going. I thought it was because you're Scottish. Now I know it's both. Ooh, John, I'm playing a new game. It's Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, Ghosts of New Eden, or whatever. And the guy in there is from Scotland. And I think about you when I'm playing the game. I still can't do a Scottish accent. Is it, at least when I say Scotland, is that close-ish? I love his accent though. It's so good. I can't do this. I can't do the Scottish. I can do Irish a little bit, English a little bit, but not Scottish. I don't know why. I can get a smattering of Russian out occasionally. Diana's laughing. I'm sorry. Wow, there's so many. Your Scottish is shite. It's just Irish. I know. I think it's because I hung out with somebody who's Irish for like years. And so I can't, where's this card? Oh, it's over here. I can't get the Scottish, man. You guys have such unique accents, even among accents. Like Scottish is, it's just it's like a hard, I don't know. I would need a vocal coach, I guess. Grab this one. All right, is this a static spawn jewelry? It is the topaz ring. Let's see if I need it. Dude, I can't get any good of those. What did I say? Ring? Oh, that's a bracelet. That's not a ring. Does that look like a ring? Oh, I have 6 of them. I don't need it. I sound like a southern fool. I sound like a hick. I can't do accents. I just like say stuff in a voice that's not mine occasionally. And I'm not actually trying to do any specific accent because I can't. Ah, damn it. There was a card in Van Horn that we needed. Actually, I need to go back north again anyway. I got one cup down south. We'll swing back around to that one. So I'm going to get the pentacles here, and then I'm going to swing up and go north because I got a bunch I got to get north. I'm going to join on John one day and talk shit to him so you can talk shite the proper way. Shite! I do like saying shite, and that's from John. I'll say this is utter shite all the time. And I'm not even trying to say it in an accent. I love the way you guys say shite. I love it. It's so fantastic. Do 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 do. I never gave you a golden cookie, did I? All right, here, golden cookie. Oh, pelicans. Wonder if there's a static spawn for pelicans right here. Yeah, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's from John too. You need to say cunt a wee bit more though. I don't think I could say that word on a consistent basis. That's not my word. Dan's like, I can't say that word. I can say that word if I'm reading somebody, like somebody types it out. The golden cookie is useless on PC. Does it go away? Does it go away like immediately? It doesn't last very long, even on PlayStation. But I like to think that I'm like caring for my horse just a little bit more when I give them a golden cookie. I feel a little bit better about it. There's certain words that I just like would never be part of my regular language, like the P word. I can't say the P word. Maybe if I was really mad and fired up, I'd be like, that person is such a... But yeah, that won't be part of my language. I use that word all the time. Which one, the C word or the P word? I play with some people that use quite a bit of language. Yes, that's it, Ducky. Ducky wrote the P word. I think if you're female, you're probably less likely to use that. I low-key would feel weird about using it even in like a sexual context, maybe. I don't know. Hey Nazgul, watching your stream from hospital. I'm getting my first chemotherapy. You relax me. Oh my god, I hope other people can't hear this conversation. I'm so sorry. I'm saying some awful stuff right now. Chat's making me do it. I hope your session goes really well. I hope that you feel okay after it too, because I know that can be pretty rough. So I'm glad that I can help provide some distraction and some relaxation. I'm so sorry for saying all these words right now while you're at the hospital. Hopefully you have earbuds in. People aren't listening to me. I always feel bad because I'm like, somebody's gonna be out in public and they're just gonna hear these words. John says, chin up, Nazgul, keep on keeping on. Yes. Much love and prayers to you. Fight this thing, and hopefully everything goes well. Y'all are naughty. Oh no. Dennis says, Ducky, you're not supposed to say it. It goes away instantly, and thanks to cheaters, they will disable it if you're in the server. That is awful. That's like really... Like, your horse deserves a golden cookie, okay? Like, your horse works really hard, and they deserve golden cookies. I also will occasionally use the, like, the ointment, which gives you yellow on one of them. I can't remember which one it is. Maybe stamina? I don't think it's health. Or, yeah, I can't remember which one it is. So I'll use this one. Where is it? This here. It is stamina. Horse ointment. Greatly restores horse health core and fully restores stamina core and yields a gold stamina core all day. It's kind of weird sounding. It sounds like... I don't know, like oil or something. My back hurts. I went to sleep, but my head hurts so bad. You gotta walk it off. I love it when people, like, you're not feeling well and people are like, just go for a walk or exercise, you'll feel better. My least favorite thing, especially when a guy does it, is if like you're having cramps and a guy is just like, oh, just you know, exercise or have sex and your cramps will go away. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, do you have a uterus? Okay, no, shut up. Shut up. And then other people would be like, whoa, I've heard from people or girlfriends that it can help. And I was like, do you have a uterus? No? Okay, we're not all the same people, okay? All girls don't work exactly the same, okay? It might help somebody, all right? But it's not a guaranteed it's gonna work. You know, just let me curl up in a ball with a heating pad and some chocolate, okay? Shut up. No uterus, no opinion. My back hurts from carrying everyone on Fortnite. Oh, man. That is amazing, Ducky. I love you. Do 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 do. That kind of stuff drives me really crazy though. Like, it's one thing for another female to make like suggestions and be like, this helps me, you could try it. It's another thing entirely when a guy is like, do this and it'll help. And I'm like, you don't know, buddy. You don't even know. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. Look, guys have their own problems and I'm taking away from that. However, you don't have to deal with the hormone shit that we have to deal with. It is different. If you've never experienced it, it is a lot. It's hard sometimes. It doesn't excuse bad behavior, but like, it can be really freaking hard. And I don't think people sometimes understand that. They think it's an excuse, but the humor is because I really suck at Fortnite. We all suck at Fortnite this season. My problem is I'm always horny. I love it. Do 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 do. Do do do. I was watching a video the other day and the guy was like, he's a personal trainer, a young male personal trainer, probably in his 20s. And he's like, you know, women, stop making excuses. Your hormones have nothing to do with your health or your weight. And I'm just like, buddy, buddy. You just have no idea. No idea, okay? This Fortnite season is wild. I ain't getting into all that. I suck too. It is wild. I'm thinking they're probably going to nerf the cars a little bit, and Gypsy's right. They're probably going to add the EMPs back in. And so I think the goal is, if we don't want to play with cars, we're just going to have to get gloves, good guns, and EMPs. Stop the cars, and then everybody's got to fight with weapons. And I feel like if they're in the boss cars, they probably won't have as good of weapons because they spent time getting those, and that's going to be the play. Hey, Rose again. Welcome back. Does the male instructor have a uterus? No. He's a like 21-year-old guy that's never been overweight a day in his life. I'm sorry, you just don't understand what it's like. The troubles of the women, boo fucking who. You still can't know. You can't know what it's like. And actually, hormones do factor in. Like, it might, obviously, it's not like, you don't, I'm not saying use it as an excuse. I'm just saying that it's different. It's why a woman, and people don't understand this, and this is why when women like weigh themselves daily, they get really upset. Our weight can fluctuate a ridiculous amount, like 5 to 8 pounds sometimes on a daily day-to-day basis. And it just has things to do with like, are you retaining water? Are you close to your period? Like, you know, hormone wise, it's not like you're gaining and losing that much weight. It's just like we naturally fluctuate a lot too. And people don't understand that. That's why I watched this thing of this boxer or MMA fighter, I can't remember, and she missed weight by like a pound. And I was just like, that is so tough. Like, I understand that you have to have the weight limits and stuff. Like, I get it. But like, that pound is not necessarily because she didn't work hard enough. It's just, you know, that's just what happens to us. All right, I should be getting pretty close to full sets now. All right, I got the full set of wands. I need one more cup, one more sword, I've got the pentacles. All right, so let me see if I can see these real quick. All right, I see where the cup is, and I see where the sword is. Perfect. All right, let's go down to Emerald.
Yep.
Give you a little brush, buddy. I need to discover 3 collectible items to get the Contra Pants. I didn't understand how to discover 3 collectible items. I think it's just, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I read that as just, collect 3 collectibles. The only other thing I would think that maybe it would mean would be to open a collector map. What do you guys think? Ducky, Rose, and like the people that play this game, Jess, like when you read that in the newswire, what do you, is it just collecting? So this just says discover 3 collectible items to receive blue Contra Pants. I take that to mean just collect 3 items. So she missed weight because she's a woman. No, I'm not saying that because people, maybe she didn't put in the work, maybe she did whatever. I'm just saying that a woman's weight fluctuates based off a hormone cycle and like that time of the month. So like depending on when that weigh-in was, like it might not even have been her fault. Like she could have been at the correct weight. And again, a woman's weight fluctuates day to day, depending on where you are in your cycle, what week, like, are you about to get your period? Did you just get it? Did you just finish it? And I think that a lot of times people don't understand that it's not fat. It's not like when you fluctuate that, it's just like water weight and stuff. So I'm like, but people like legitimately don't understand that. They're like, what? Like, that's not a thing. And I'm like, yeah, it's totally a thing. It's totally a thing. And like, there's still rules. Like, she's overweight. Like, I mean, she missed weight. Like she was I think she was like 126.5 and she had to be 125. So she missed like a pound and a half. So it's like, you have to follow the rules. Like you're in a sport where you have to meet weight. It's just such a shame because it's like, I feel bad for her because it's like, she probably did everything right. And it was just one of those things. Maybe if the weigh-in had been like 2 days earlier or 3 days later, you know, she would have been fine. But like just in that moment, she wasn't. Or maybe she didn't train hard at all, or she didn't work it. I honestly, I get why you have to have weigh things for fighting, because obviously you can't be put in a class with somebody who's way heavier, way lighter than you. But at the same time, like, I feel bad for any like job or sport or thing that you're doing where you have to make weigh-ins like that, because it perpetuates. There's so much like eating disorders and things that it perpetuates. Like if you think about like models, you know, that kind of sport, boxing, MMA, where you have to weigh in. Like, I know you're trolling, John. It's fine, but like it does bring up a more serious conversation of that stuff. Like, can you imagine what models go through? Honestly, like how many eating disorders there's probably in like the modeling industry because of this pressure to be a certain weight. And honestly, like just because you're a certain weight doesn't mean you're healthy. You could be 115 pounds and be like incredibly unhealthy. No, modeling is not a sport, but like if you're in like a career like modeling or a sport like MMA or boxing, which could also be a career, I guess too. But like, yeah, you could be super thin and incredibly unhealthy, and you could be overweight and be extremely healthy. I used to do wrestling. I never had that problem. What, being overweight? Hey, Arthur. How's it going? Look, we got Arthur. Different last name, though. Got Arthur, John, Abigail. All right, I got one more card to get. And then we're going to sell them. I'm definitely not making it to 900 this month, though. I didn't collect enough. Like, I would have needed to spend more time collecting, and I just didn't. I got 1 week, but honestly, I'm probably going to play Rise of the Ronin for the next couple days until I return the disc on Fridays, when I think I have to cancel it so that I don't get charged for another month. It was only $10 to rent it, so I feel like that was money well spent, so I could see. I'm also going to see, I started to say before, I use my PlayStation card to travel, and so I probably have some points on that where I can get some money off. So if it goes on sale for like, if it goes like 20 off, that would be 50. I bet I can get another 10 to 15 off of it. That'd be pretty good. I'd be willing to spend that on it. Be right back. I'm going to go find some food. Find something delicious. I need to turn the air down more in here. I'm actually getting a little bit warm. Must be hot outside today. I think it's supposed to be in the 90s all week. How How's the game? It looks kind of shite. So that's why I didn't buy it outright for 70. I had taken off and planned to purchase it and stream it because I was so excited. And then I watched gameplay and I was like, oof, this looks rough. It's actually much better than it looked when I was watching it being streamed. Are the graphics as good as like Red Dead or like GTA 6 graphics? No, it's not that type of game, but it's still a very beautiful game. The graphics aren't as bad as people were making it out to be. The hardest part I'm having with it right now is the combat is tricky, very tricky. And it's a little inconsistent. So fights, even on easy level, can be kind of hard. But I'm enjoying it more and more. Bye, IPA. Have a great rest of your day. Have a good day at work. And there's a lot to do. Like the map's really big. There's different collectibles and things. So there's a lot of different activities. So I'm actually having fun exploring. All right. That should be everything. Did I do any dailies? Okay, I did one daily, which is good. Ooh, treasure map or treasure found. Let's do that. Visit a shop in Strawberry. I was there too. All right, I'm going to sell these as well, but let me do a map real quick. I should have... Wonder if this is the one that's up further. I'm gonna find some food too. I'm gonna need to log off here soon and find some food. Oh, that one's the one way north. I was hoping that was the one south. Shit. All right, I'm gonna open a different one. The Elden Ring DLC is out next month. I heard that was coming out soon. Elden Ring like looks so good, but if I'm having trouble with Rise of the Ronin combat, like I don't think I would make it in Elden Ring. Try this one. All right, sweet. We're gonna go fight some gators. Some gators. A cookie? What kind of cookie? Did you say chocolate chip? That's the only acceptable cookie. Diana and Jack were eating oatmeal raisin cookies the other day. And I think that's a travesty. Oatmeal raisin are like chocolate chip imposters. Actually, I don't really like raisins and I don't like oatmeal that much. So that's probably why. You can always level up though if you find it hard in free roam. So level up to a higher level so that like the fights aren't as bad. One day I will check it out. One day I will try Elden Ring. It's on my list of games. So like when it goes on a really good sale, I'll get it or try it. Or maybe I'll rent it and try it. I don't know. At some point. Gators! Oh nice, it's right here. That's perfect. All right, now I want you to stay on this island. Can you do that for me, horse? I know you're not going to want to. Stream it with a death counter. The better counter would be how many times I lose my shit while playing. How many times does BK yell during this? 852. That would be a good counter. All right, what was the other daily I was going to do real quick? Come on, buddy. You can make it. You can make it. Nope, keep going. Keep going. Keep going straight. I mean, I just got irritated not being able to get up the hill in Red Dead. I'm going to have to get a lot of sleep before playing. Peanut butter cookies. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that. Peanut butter cookies always feel a little bit dry to me. Peanut butter cups. It's pretty good. What about oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip cookies? Absolutely not. Thanks, Ducky. Visit a shop. Peanut butter is dog shit. Like macadamia nut cookies? Gypsy likes those too. No one feeds me. Stop talking about food. Oh no. No talking about food. All right, let's go visit this guy.
Hello, you look hungry.
Even the guy's like, hello, you look hungry. Cookies with cashew. Interesting. John, go eat some beans or something. Go eat some beans. I pretty much just like chocolate chip when it comes to cookies. I'm not a big like sweet. We talk about this all the time. I'm not a big like sweets person other than chocolate. It's like I don't eat a lot of sweets. I love macadamia nut and white chocolate chip cookies. See, that to me is a travesty. Macadamia nut and white chocolate chips. Imposter! I don't like cooking. That's why I'm dating you. Abigail, do you cook? Do you cook for the both of you? Gypsy and I don't eat the same food, so we're never going to cook for each other, probably. Actually, like, if I made something for me and, like, it was a pretty good thing or whatever, and I was making food, like, maybe he would eat it. And, like, maybe he would go out his way to make something that I would eat. I don't know. We're not there yet. just make our own food. Okay, let's send some mail. All right, actually, let me see where I am. So I'm at 895,000, and I am at 885. And I only have... what is this? 7 collections?
They'll get this in one piece. No worries, I'll get it to him.
Ah, did not break 900K. Okay, bye Black Wolf. Have a great day. And we're still at 885. So that amount of collectibles didn't do hardly anything. Get in the kitchen. I want chicken, potatoes, and green beans. Let me know how that works out for you. I had a carrot cake muffin this morning. Interesting. I wouldn't mind a blueberry muffin. That sounds delicious. Maybe I'll make those one. I think I have blueberries still. I should have everything to make them. And that actually sounds amazing. Like to have a muffin. All right, what do we got here? Actually, let me go sell my moonshine. Get that started up again. We'll get a couple more. Maybe I can break 900 before... definitely break 900 before the bonuses change. Is that a bear? Y'all are making me hungry, so I'm about to go make some fried rice. That sounds yummy. I was pretty hungry last night. I was like gonna make a little something, and I was like, oh, let me just quickly make a couple sushi rolls. And no nori. I was like, I put the zucchini in the pan. I put the rice. I just bought some like sushi rice that you can microwave instead of making it. And then I went to pull the nori out, and I was like, I do not have any nori. I'm so disappointed. No nori. I'm gonna have to go pick some. I'll probably go tomorrow. I'll probably go to the grocery store tomorrow. I want to try to stream a little Banishers tomorrow morning.
You are here.
But I do have to... I definitely need to look at this class and start planning out my schedule for it. Go eat some worms.
This batch is what we call vin de table. Yes? No, préliminaire, just action.
I see this dialogue is like newish to me, but I think it's because I don't do Merry Mint that often.
Vous comprenez? But
I might make myself some sushi and the rest of the rice for fried since it's the kiddo's favorite. It's so good. Oh, let me some sushi. I like to do a really simple like roll. So just like the nori, the rice, and then like some zucchini usually. And then when I'm feeling like fancy or like a higher calorie day, I'll do, I'll mix a little bit of mayo, soy sauce, and then a teeny tiny bit of sugar. And kind of like whisk that all up, and then put it a little tiny bit on the top of each. So cut the roll and then put a little bit on top and throw it under the broiler, and it browns up. It makes kind of like a warm sushi, and it's so delicious. That's probably my favorite that I make. My favorite out, I just don't get it anymore because there's egg in the tempura, is sweet potato. There was a roll where I used to live, sweet potato tempura roll. So delicious. So it'd have the sweet potato wrapped in, like, cooked in tempura, and then a little bit of like some type of like barbecue sauce almost is what it tasted like. And you wouldn't think that would work, but it like totally works. She's mean to me. Maybe, John, you should go make the chicken and the green beans, and I forget what the other thing was, potato, and serve Abigail some food. You ever think of that? Do 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 do. John is my kiddo. He can't cook. Oh. Do 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 do. Okay, bye, John. Thanks for stopping in. It was great chatting with you a little bit. John says, "Yes, I can. I can cook." All right, how much we get for that? What about XP? $412. I should have been selling more moonshine. I am not a good cook. Like, I can cook well enough for me, but like, I'm not a good cook by any stretch of the imagination. Like, the food tastes fine to me, but it's not like great food. I think we were both born to be entrepreneurs.
Way things have been going, there's no stopping it.
I meant to go to the moonshine shack, by the way. I need to go start my moonshine up again. I would like to do... I think I picked up some raspberries, so I should be able to do berry cobbler instead of berry mint. I used to love to cook before my disability. I think I like cooking better when I have a big kitchen, because it's really hard in a small kitchen to cook. But at the same time, like, I just don't love cooking. I don't love being in the kitchen, if that makes sense.
So, what shall we create?
What was your favorite thing to make, Ducky? Like, what was your favorite thing to cook?
This one will punch hard. Good, yes.
For me, I think a big part of it for me, I only had one raspberry, is I don't like the cleanup associated with cooking. I loved grilling and casseroles. Casseroles are nice. I like stuff that's all in one dish and that's like mixed. I know some people that don't like to eat different foods that are like together. So like the best thing about Thanksgiving is when you take a bite of everything. So you like take your fork and you get it through every bit of food that's on your plate. And I just know people that can't do that. They're like, food can't be touching or food can't be mixed. I gotta eat one thing at a time. But I wonder if for those people, if casseroles are different or like something where the food's all mixed in one dish and it's not like separate dishes. I like to cook to eat. I like, all I do, I think part of it is like, every meal I make involves usually some type of cooking because I don't eat a lot of like prepackaged stuff or like easy stuff or like box stuff. So everything is kind of like, I have to sort of cook it, and I just hate the cleanup. I hate all the dishes. Like, I hate having to do... Like, I have dishes all the time. Like, 24/7. There's never a time I don't have dishes to do. Like, breakfast is pretty easy, because I've just been doing, like, yogurt mixed with protein powder and a couple chocolate chips. So, like, that's easy, because I'm just using a bowl and a spoon. But, like, a typical breakfast I would make if I had, like, more time, or if I was home, or, like, on the weekends, would maybe be something like tofu scramble. So then you're talking about tofu, tomatoes, zucchini, onion, like all the spices. You're talking about a pan you're cooking that in, the plate you're using. Ooh, a bison. Hello, little bison. Now, if I'm making like pasta, you know, we're using pots and like pans and like, yeah. I had a hamburger yesterday. I've been on this kick right now, so I've been doing the Beyond Burgers, the new ones with the avocado oil, and I've just been on this like the burger kick. I used to love cooking for family and friends. I love people that are like that are just like the nurturing, like, provider type. I didn't get any of those instincts. Some of my specialties were lasagna, Italian breaded steaks, and pork chops. You like to eat deer? I never liked deer when I was eating meat. Deer was a little bit too gamey for me. Usually I want a really good home-cooked meal. It'll take 2 hours to prep, but I'm like, it's so good, it's worth it. But the dishes you pile up, I don't like to do dishwashing. I feel like if I were doing a lot of the cooking, I would want somebody else to be doing the dishes. I like to take care of people. I like to take care of people. I just get really anxious about the way that I'm doing that. So like when it comes to food, I get really anxious about whether or not the food is good enough. And like I second guess myself and I'm like, oh, like I don't want to be serving you this because I feel like it's probably not that good. It's the same thing with like gift giving. Like I get really anxious about buying gifts and like giving gifts. It's like it's not like I think the person's gonna be mad or like upset or not like it necessarily, but I just like I always second guess and I just don't. I'll see something that I think they might like and I just won't buy it. When John gets here, he usually helps me with the dishwashing. That's good to have a helper. Make really good fried fish. Used to make deer jerky. Ooh, Italian meatballs. I've like started to find good versions of like dishes I used to have. And then like I just save them when I make something and it's like good, I'll save it. There's this really easy dish I make and it's like so I'm trying to think of the type of pasta. Penne pasta usually. Spaghetti sauce, like, or marinara usually is what I use. And then it's like this cashew cheese mixed in a dish that you bake. And it's kind of like, or no, ziti, not penne, ziti. So it's baked, it's basically vegan baked ziti. And it's delicious, freaking delicious. And it's so easy to make. That's like one of the easier recipes. That's like my go-to, like if I'm making a dish to take to a family gathering, like that's a good, easy dish to make that I feel is just tasty. And so it appeals to a lot of people because some people get really weirded out by the vegan thing and they're like, oh, your dish. And like some of the stuff I eat, like I know they wouldn't like because that's not their palate. That's not how they eat. So like I appreciate that. It tastes good to me, but it's not going to taste good to them. So if I'm making a dish to share, I try to make something that is appealing to people who don't eat this way. And that's a dish that does that because it's just pasta. It's a pasta dish basically. And I think it's pretty tasty. Did I actually mark this or where am I running to right now? I'm running to where I did not mark it. I'm running to where the treasure map was. I knew I wasn't going the right way. I was like, this is not the right way. Yep. Have you ever tried those Impossible Burgers or sauces? Yes. So the Impossible Burger is not my favorite. It's okay. I actually prefer the Beyond Burger, but I appreciate that people would not, like a lot of people don't like it. It's got kind of an unusual smell to it. So when you're cooking it, it's got a little bit of an unusual smell. But I prefer the taste of the Beyond Burgers to the Impossible Burger. So it's not something I eat all the time, but like if I'm doing like a cookout with family or like just right now, I've just been in the mood for a burger. So I've gotten a couple of them lately. They're expensive though. Sounds good, Abigail. So Beyond Burger, I definitely prefer Beyond to Impossible, but Impossible is usually what they use in if you're going to go to like a fast food. So if I was traveling, like I would get an Impossible Burger. The sausages are pretty good too. The Beyond sausages, like those are really tasty. I really like them too. And they don't have that weird smell. I fully admit that the Beyond Burgers have a little bit of a weird smell. But they're tasty. They don't taste weird. They just smell a little weird. But I feel like if people were to smell them, they'd be like, oh my God, what is that? Like, it's kind of weird. Yes, I am vegan for about, let's see, 14 years now, I think. About 14 years. But like none of my family is. Like my mom's sort of ish, but she'll do like eggs or milk sometimes. Ooh, an agate, but that's not what I need. I need an obsidian. I haven't had any trouble getting the agate. I think I've got 4 of them. No, okay, I've got 3 of them. I'm pretty sure it's obsidian I don't have right now. Oh, I don't have obsidian. I need 2 arrowheads. I don't have the obsidian or the shit, I don't know why I can't think of the name of the other one. BK, what do you think about the dog breed Beagles? They're not my favorite breed personally. Although I do like hounds. Beagles have never been like on the top of my list. What other Beyond meats do they have? There's Beyond Chicken. Beyond has a lot of different products. So they do meatballs, they do ground, they do burgers, they do chicken. They do sausages. They do a lot of stuff. Hey, Posting, how's it going? I'm too much Ron Swanson to give up meat. The nice thing about those type of products is for people who do want to cut out meat or like stop not eat as much, like it does give an alternative taste wise. I know people are always like, oh, if you don't want to eat meat, why do you eat products that taste like meat? And I was like, because I didn't give up meat because I hated the taste of it, although there were some things that I wasn't a huge fan of. I just gave it up because of the animal aspect. So I sometimes I like to replicate texture, taste. Especially if I'm at a cookout, you want the nostalgia of like a burger or a hot dog or something. And so this is a good alternative for me. It's not stuff I eat all the time. Like most of the time I'm eating like more whole foods. So, you know, potatoes, legumes, grains, vegetables, fruits, that sort of thing. Let's see. Another easy, like coins maybe, or... Not really. The coins are in weird spots today. You know, actually, let me go back to Rhodes and get a couple of these. Oh no, I am in Rhodes. Is this the one here? I don't hear it going off, so it must not be here. Must be down further. Must be in the saloon.
I can scarcely believe it.
I can scarcely believe it. Welcome back. Doop doo 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 doop doo doo. And Gardein has a whole line. So like, if I wanted like fish tacos the other day, and they have like fish fillets. It's kind of amazing what they can do with because a lot of it, when you think about meat, is meat itself doesn't have too much of flavoring. So a lot of times it's what you're thinking of when you want like taste texture, is that's what you're looking for, taste texture. So you're looking for like spices used or flavor profiles, and then texture is a big one. And sometimes it can be hard for them to nail texture. I would say texture can be kind of tricky. You need to go to sleep? Get some sleep then. Can you get some sleep? Or you're in a position where you can't sleep right now? I actually feel pretty good even though I got 5.5 hours. I'll probably need a nap later. The problem is if I nap later, I won't sleep tonight. It's good that you have an alternative when you want to need it. Yeah, it's nice. It's really cool that products have gotten really good for when you want a certain taste or texture and you have that kind of alternative. Because like eating whole foods is great, like, and it's super healthy and it's like good for you. And most of my food tastes pretty good, but sometimes I'm stuck. Sometimes I just want a certain taste or texture. I'm trapped. Free yourself, buddy. Free yourself. Oh no, he's stuck. All right, let's go try to get this other one and maybe he'll spawn over here. We'll encourage him. I would say out of all, like, when you talk about the different, like, dog breed groups. I gotta sneeze, hang on. Whoa, I just sneezed a lot. Hounds are one of my favorite. Like, I love hounds, hound dogs. But I like that soft, I like the floppy ears more than pointed ears. Dachshunds are probably, dachshunds, golden retrievers, basset hounds. I love basset hounds. Basset hounds are my favorite. I don't know if I'd own one or not, but one of my favorite dogs when I was working at the kennel was Pepperball, basset hound. She was so cute. Is this in the little gazebo? Basset hounds have such an adorable howl. I feel like for beagles, like, they have the worst of all the hound stuff. Like, they've got the howling bark that's, like, kind of annoying. I like healers and border collies and Aussies. Those dogs are super cute, but I would never own them. They're too high energy for me. You like the herding, working, animals. All right, I'm not doing red bed again. All right, let's go for Cecil. Yep, life on the farm, you need him? Definitely. Do they have an alternative for bacon? Yeah, they do. I would say the bacon alternatives aren't super fantastic, but something I actually like to make that's really delicious. I'm not saying it tastes like bacon, but basically you take rice paper, cut it into strips, and then you put it into a mixture that's like, it's different spices and like liquid smoke and stuff, and it kind of gives that smoky bacony flavor. And then you put it in a pan and crisp it up until it's like really crispy, and it is delicious. Huskies are hilarious, and I would never want to own one. I love to watch videos of huskies, but I'm just like, to live with that all the time. Oh man. Yeah, rice paper, believe it or not. It's so good. It's so good. It's called rice paper bacon. And it's delicious. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, it's not bacon, but it's so good. It gives me the crunch and the taste texture, like, and it's delicious. Like on sandwiches or like just on its own. Like, it's so good. Rice paper is actually really good. So if you ever had a spring roll, like spring rolls are rice paper.
So I'd come ready for underhand tactics of some sort.
All right, let's switch up our guns here. We probably should have cleaned some weapons. I had a husky once, never again, loved them, but I'm an introvert. Yeah, huskies are freaking hilarious, but dude, I would never want to own one.
Hold the fort, boys.
Hold the fort, boys. Dude, I'm gonna die. Enough. I probably should pull out the pump shotgun. It needs to be cleaned though. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass to make the rice paper, but it's so good. I'd make some today, but I don't think I have any liquid smoke. You can make it without the liquid smoke, but we trained for this. Can I clean my guns at all in here? Because they are all dirty. I can't. Had to leave for work for a bit, and Diana's already here. All right, search for Brennan. Can I just blow shit up? I am searching the fort. There we go.
You're dead.
Is that the goal? They tried to get me. Run, Aragon, run, buddy. Aragon, why are you following me? You're gonna get shot.
Close ranks, men.
Forget you can't see him here. Porta K. Okay, Aragon, I love that you're following me, buddy, but man, you're gonna get dead. You're gonna get deaded. There was a guy over here too. Don't shoot my horse. You don't get quite the range on the pump that you do on the double barrel. I did something stupid I need to tell you last night. Oh no. If you could work from home, how many dogs would you own? 2 dachshunds. Two dachshunds. Probably a long hair and a smooth. I want a chocolate dapple again. Wouldn't mind another black and tan. I could go for a red though. You're gonna be mad at me. Stop shooting my horse. Sir, I feel like I shot you. My guns are so dirty. All right, where is this guy? Has he ever ridden up yet? There he is. There he is. I might just kill him. I think I might just kill him. Yeah, we're just gonna kill him. I was trying to kill the driver, or he was driving. Riddle you with bullets. My guns are so dirty and like headshots are not happening. Like, look at this bullshit. I think it's because my guns are dirty. I love any color, but sometimes I want another retriever. I do love like goldens and stuff. I feel like it would be too hot for them down here with all that hair. Does color matter to you, or would you get any dachshund if there wasn't any of your favorites? I would get a dachshund if it wasn't like my favorite color. However, realistically, I've already looked. Like, I'm not going to be able to rescue a dachshund. Like, I'm just not. So I would have time to like find a really good breeder and, you know, find some coats that I like. I really want another chocolate dapple. I got branded like a cow last night. I was like, no words. No words. I game with y'all every full moon. Every full moon. I would totally rescue, like, but you're just, I mean, I've looked, you're just not, like, most of the rescues are mixes. And I don't have anything against. I used to foster dogs at the time. There were several of them that I seriously considered keeping because I love them. Mixed breed rescue dogs are the best. Like, nothing against it at all, but I just want some dachshunds. Like, I want some dachshunds that look like dachshunds. I love the personality. You know, I love the look of the dachshund. Like, it's just my favorite. What I signed up for. I'm not even mad, honestly. Whoa, spicy. But yeah, 2 dachshunds. That's what I want. That's what I want. do 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 do. All right, let's see how much we get from this one. We didn't die. It's a bonus. We did kill him though.
Boy, howdy, they's cold as a wagon.
I like how before he said Abigail was like, I'm getting irritated. Can you just tell me? As long as it's not on your ass cheek. I feel like I know what breed works for me too. Yeah. I mean, I've had dachshunds since I was 1. When I was 1 year old, I was given a dachshund. Brandy's little Duke. Little red smooth. I love red smooth dachshunds. I love all the dachshunds. Like all the colors, all the coat. Probably the only coat I wouldn't do is a wire. I probably wouldn't do a wire coat. Smooths are enough of a terrier for me. The problem with getting like a purebred now, $97, that's it? $97? Are bounties not on double right now? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Aren't bounties on double money right now? I only got $97 for that. What kind of bullshit is that? I took quite a while to do that one. That should have been a couple $100s. Am I crazy? $97. I expected to be at like 200 away from 900K doing that. The problem with now is there's just a bunch of ridiculous breeders out there. So if you want like a chocolate apple, for example, they're charging $2,500. That's bullshit. Like that is freaking bullshit. All that work for nothing. All that work and what did it get me? I feel like that wasn't right. Like I did Ben Clemson the other day and I died and I still got like $300. Yeah, definitely no puppy mills. Like puppy mills are the worst. Backyard breeders are the worst. Like if you're gonna buy from a breeder, you need to do your homework. You need to. There are good breeders out there, but there's a bunch of bullshit out there too, and you really have to be diligent to do your homework and make sure you're buying from someone who cares about their animals. It's not like they're breeding indiscriminately. They health test. They care about their animals. They're involved in the rescue world. They take their dogs back. Like. You need to do your due diligence. Or you're going to end up with supporting an industry that you don't want to support or end up with an unhealthy dog at the same time.
You know, I'm getting quite...
I get the feeling normal bounties are double, but legendary is definitely, I definitely got a couple hundred the other day doing a legendary. Have you got, who else has been doing legendaries? Have you found that it's not double pay? I rescued my dog. She was in a puppy mill. She was given to me. She's a border collie and heel mix. My very first foster was a, not a border collie, but like an Aussie mix. She was the best. Candy Girl was her name. She was excellent. She actually needed two hip two things done with her hips, not replacements, but like there were 2 things done with her hips and there was something with one of her knees that she had to have surgery on to fix. But she was the sweetest, best girl. She went to a great home. They had another Aussie. And she had her first surgery, recovered, and then went and they were going to get her next 2 surgeries were going to be done. Like the 2 things were going to be done together. And they were an amazing family. They had 2 kids. Thankfully, every dog that I fostered seemed to go to a really good home, which is always nice. It's always nice when you like feel comfortable about the place that the dog is going, because every foster dog I had, I could have seen keeping except one. I had one that ended up being Sunny, that ended up being a bit dog aggressive and actually bit one of my own dogs, and so she was the only one I wouldn't have wanted to keep. I'm a cat person, you guys know me. I'm definitely like, I don't mind cats and I like fostering kittens, but I'm not ooh. Got a legendary key cat over here. I think I did restart my moonshine. I'm pretty sure I did. My first dog was a Queensland healer mixed with either Akita or Shiba Inu. Interesting breeds to have mixed together. I should have cleaned this gun. Ha! We got it before my horse bucked. Huskies do have cat energy. They do. Minus Gwen, she's really healthy. When I first got her, she hated people, but we bonded over time. I was gonna give her to my mom, but I fell in love with her. Aw. Don't eat me. Go live your life. This cat might turn around and eat my face off. Okay, look at that. Look at that. All right, let's go check our moonshine, make sure I restarted it. What time is it? 12:36. Okay, I'm getting a little hungry. Got plenty of, we got new weeklies and story missions, story stuff for Fortnite today. Where am I going? I am like totally not going toward my moonshine shack. I'm going south. Do 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 do. Aw, that sucks, Sean. I'm sorry to hear that. I just had the anniversary. My dog, it's been a few years now. But she died a couple days before her birthday. She would have been 16, I think. And I just got the notification for both of those events while I was away. So she died on May 17th. In 2021. So it's been 3 years. And she would have been... So let's see. She would have been 15, actually. Her birthday is May 26th. Would have been 15 years old. Which is it's a bit young for a mini dachshund, honestly. What it really came down to was she always had anxiety, separation anxiety and stuff. And when she lost her like eyesight and a bunch of her hearing, and she started to get really confused, and she would just panic and she would kind of get lost, and it just, like, health-wise, she could have made it longer. And I think if I was home all the time and could have just been like there with her, like we probably could have gone longer. But she was just so confused and she would panic and anxiety. I just felt like it wasn't fair to her to keep going. So, you know, we made the tough decision so that she wouldn't have to live like that. It's always a tough call though, because you don't know. It's not like she was super sick or anything. She just couldn't handle not being able to see and like not know like where she was. She may have had a little bit of like dementia, doggy dementia. So it's always a tough call. But she was mine from birth. She was one of our puppies. Yep, I did restart it. 9 out of 20. So I had her every day of her life from the time she was born. So that was a tough one. That was probably the hardest dog I've ever lost before. I think I got to see Lexi when I went back up north, and it might be the last time I see her. She's 17 and or turning 17 this year. All right, anything other easy I can do real quick? I didn't even go up a level. It's like 885. So hard to rank up nowadays. True firm everyone's played. Do one of those. I could have gotten pictures. Oh, do I need to? I maybe need to do another resupply. Let me eat some stews and do another resupply. 3 out of 9. All right, it's okay. I'm back at point 1, so it's not a big deal. Eat some stews. See if I need to do a resupply. We'll wrap it up. Go get some foods. I wonder if I have any potatoes left. So last night I had a burger and then I just sliced up a potato and threw it in for some fries. It was pretty tasty. The air fryer does a good job. I was on a mac and cheese kick for a little bit. So I need to work on my roan horse video and look at school stuff. Buy my textbook, which I don't want to do. Oh, I'll put that on my PlayStation card. That'll give me a couple more points to go toward the game. Is my camp actually... My camp's here, right? I think it's here. Pretty sure it's here. But I'm not like going toward it and it's over in like Scarlet Meadows. I hate it. Have you ever done that where it moves your camp and you're like riding toward it and then you look at the map and it's like halfway across the world? Like, well, I clearly was never going to ride there. Make it. Look at all the boats out there right now. So many boats. We are flying high now. I love the one where he talks about we're going to be swimming in gold this time next year. And I'm like, but you don't earn gold from traders. What are you talking about? Good sir, what are you talking about? Hey, puppy. All right, let's give you pets real quick. Okay, nobody asked your opinion. All right, every time I pet my dog, you don't have to make a comment about dogs. This is the only place I'll own a husky. Right here in this game. I have a husky on this account. I have a black lab on one of my other accounts. Okay, puppy, go away so I can eat some stew. I need some stew. All right, let's see. Resupply? I am halted. All right, I'm almost at 100 goods.
You know, I like
Could have a
to
wagon
keep
for
my
us soon.
ear to the ground, and not just when I'm passed out in the dirt. Well, I heard some other traders might have broken down on a...
Okay, this will be easy. This will be one right outside of
robbed out there.
McFarland's. Oh, not McFarland's. Beecher's Hope. Right? Right. On Shadowfax, let's ride like the wind. Okay. Can I just jump on the back? Yes, thank you. All right, mental note, clean all my weapons. What horse was I testing out the other day? And daggone, that horse cannot pick up its feet. I'm actually trying to jump over fences and it's just like crashing into them. Breaking all the fences. Crips always calls my female character the queen of the supply run. He always says that to me, but he always yells at me and he's like, at least you brought some of it back. And I'm like, look, I brought the whole wagon back, okay? At least she lived so many beautiful years with you. That's beautiful raising her from a pup. It was great. She was the best dog I've ever owned. Like, Sky was very bonded to me and we could go out for walks and she would stick right with me. Like, I could have her off lead because she just liked to be with you. And so she would just trot along next to me and I could take her out, you know, around, you know, the chickens. We went to my mom's house and just like walk around again off lead. And she was the best. She was absolutely the best. I definitely miss her. Excuse me, sirs. This is the first time in my life I've never had like a pet at all. It's such a crazy feeling. I mean, the nice thing is, like, when I went to fly home, I didn't have to worry about... I hate leaving when I have a dog. I hate leaving them. Either with a pet sitter, would not want to board them. So the great thing is when I lived close to my mom, we would just watch each other's dogs. So if they went somewhere, I would watch her dogs. If I went somewhere, she'd watch my dogs. It was perfect. Now I don't have that. So it's kind of nice that I don't have to worry about that. If I do get another dog, or whenever I do, like, I would probably drive home more often than I flew home, so I could take them with me. Take the puppers with me. That also brings its own challenges too. But I just like don't trust a lot of people with my pets. Doop 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 doop. All right, Crips. Take them. Okay, bye, Ducky.
That's what I like to
Enjoy
see.
your food. Hey, buddy, you did good today. Roadsters are my favorite. I love them. I love them. I am going to go eat as well. So I am going to go ahead and end stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Great to chat with all of you. I love our convos. I'm going to try to stream a little bit of Banishers tomorrow morning, as long as everything goes well. And then I might, at the end of that, just demo a little Rise of the Ronin for you guys, if anybody's still on the fence about buying it. But that's the goal. I just started a new class, so I have to see how labor intensive it's going to be. I might have to go back to just streaming on the weekends. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know for sure. But thanks again. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday, and hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow. All right, bye everybody.